to do that. It's not worth it.
I mean, but you have Blackbeard, who's pretty OP too, bro.
Yeah,
Like
but you know how to like
Blackbeard is.
mess around with Blackbeard because he has a lot of downfalls. But like Jozu seems to manage Marco pretty well in the game.
Yeah, Joe's is a problem. Joe's is definitely a problem. I guess because he hits so hard.
Yeah.
He's a problem. I hate fighting Joe's. But we're
Yeah, his
live.
favorite character so far.
What's popping, everybody? One Piece chapter 849.
I'll be right back.
All right. Off the bat, I'm gonna give this chapter probably like a 9-ish. It was a good chapter. A lot of progression in a bunch of different areas. I like the fact that that happened. We didn't just stick to one thing. It was like it jumped around and everything progressed in a way. So that was good. Wait, there, you still here?
Yeah, I think so.
No, because it's like it's like another one of you joined the chat. It was like 2 theory 32s.
Yeah.
But
I
anyway.
wonder if it's because I joined and then screwed it up.
Wait.
Copy.
The fuck? Okay.
Hello?
It just happened.
Hello?
Yeah, bro. Hello? You good?
Yeah, I'm good.
Oh,
Yeah,
because all right. I'm seeing another one of you. Like, never mind. What did you guys think about the chapter, man?
I agree with your rating of it. I agree with a 9 as well. I think it was pretty good, and I do like how it's a lot faster paced than usual. Like One Piece is not usually this fast paced.
Right.
It's working well with it. I really like it.
Yeah, that was a really good build-up chapter. I'm sure the next chapter is gonna be crazy once you find out about Reiju and shit.
Yeah. Okay. So I guess we can just jump right to that. Who did it?
I think it's Capone setting him up for a Rage or a Germa versus Vince or Germa versus Big Mom, because if you think about it this way, like the fact that like if they believe that the other party stole their like member, so like putting in Reiju, right? Like if Reiju ends up being unconscious or whatever, it'll be crazy. Like they'll probably question the other person's like interests and what they're doing here really.
Yep.
It's already
I think that's the whole point. It's like if it's Capone, he's setting them both up.
Yeah, at first I thought it was the Vinsmokes that did it to her, but then after reading the spoilers, I thought it was the Vinsmokes. But then when I actually read the chapter and realized that the Vinsmokes didn't know where she was either, I kind of settled for that Capone thing as well.
At first, I said, Ichiji, is it possible? But I was like,
Grago, the reason why you would think of that, it's because of the way she just got. Because if you see how she was just all bloodied up, she looked like she got abused. The same way a couple chapters ago, what they did to that poor woman, the chef.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
What was the name? Corset?
So, Animefantalk, who do you think, if let's say it wasn't like an abuse session, who did it?
Well, it looked like an abuse, but I didn't think about Capone. But now, after reading the chapter, after finishing the chapter, I think Capone. It's really most likely Capone.
Because is he another sleeping giant? Have we been sleeping on him and now he's woken up?
I think he's not a good fighter. I just think he's really smart. I think he's probably the smartest, or should be the smartest of all of them. Besides
he's a great strategist.
Yeah,
he's a great strategist.
I think it's through, if you let it get the better of you, it's gonna be really tricky to handle.
Yeah,
because you can ambush anybody, bro. Like I think she got ambushed.
But here's
what I think happened.
Sorry.
I really think she got ambushed.
You know what's awesome?
You guys think it was a one-on-one? Do you guys think it was a one-on-one?
It's never really a one-on-one with Capone.
It's never a one-on-one.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Like a bunch of them just jumped out. And do you guys think VITO is a second command? Did it confirm that?
I think
I don't know who he is. To be honest, I think he's like a double crosser. I don't think he's fully aligned with Capone, but we'll see.
Who? VITO?
I don't think VITO is like 100% aligned with Capone.
Really?
I mean, he could be the reason why Big Mom already knows stuff about Capone, like the reason why Capone's name's in the books, because like he went and said something.
Why do you guys say that?
Well, it's just a hunch, really.
Yeah.
I haven't really got anything to back it up.
Probably because like the comics and like he seems to be more aligned with Germa. I personally think he's with Capone. But like,
I don't even think he's aligned with Germa. I think he's like just his own dude who's also you know how Capone uses people. He's just using Capone for his own agenda as well.
yeah, it could be.
I mean,
But it's a big shout. Like, you know, I've got no proof to back that up.
Someone said, "Are we going to consider potato starch?" What do you guys think about that?
Yeah, I heard that. I mean, but if that's the case, right? It's against everything Big Mom has set up, you know, unless he's like can't control himself. Or
So
she.
maybe he saw her doing something and then he just acted. You know, he was like, all right,
What would she be doing?
What were you gonna say a minute ago?
For me.
Well, I was going to bring up some old stuff about how Capone shot down Peckham's. I'm just loving how things are being set up. Peckham's now and then now Reiju. It's like, oh God, what's Oda doing here? It's
I wanna I wanna add also.
All right then.
There you derped out, bro.
Yeah, he's gone, man.
Midway through a speech.
There's two of him now. Is none of him? Okay. But
I just thought it though. Okay, so I mean, there's obviously no proof for this at all. But what if Capone or one of his associates somehow got control over potato starch, and then and he went after Reiju, and Capone did this knowing that if potato starch actually lost, then that means all the books and whatnot would be you know, it would stop, and then like Luffy and Nami would get let loose, and they would just be able to interrupt the wedding.
Wait, potato starch isn't the book guy, is he?
No. That's
Oh, he's not?
More.
No.
Oh
Hey.
shit!
Master J had a well-prepared theory there.
No, I don't
What were you
think
gonna say?
we haven't seen potato starch yet.
The last discussion stream, you guys were talking about how you know, are we overestimating, underestimating the Vinsmokes? I mean, do you guys still believe in that? Do you guys, because now that, you know, the ending of this chapter, it's like Judge Vinsmoke, he's not going to take this. But do you guys still believe in that? Do you guys think Judge Vinsmoke and Germa 66 can take on the Big Mom Pirates?
I mean, if she was anywhere near like commander level, then I have no clue who would have done this to her. Because if she was commander level, then I don't think it could have been Capone.
Thing is,
Capone just assassinated me. Sorry,
she only got
Yeah. You got ambushed, bro.
I guess.
But I think we're with Germa, I feel like some of us overestimate them, some of us underestimate them. I feel like there's somewhere in the middle where
I don't know where to place them yet.
Yeah, I don't think they can take Big Mom themselves.
It's weird how like when they first arrived, we're like, yo, like these are Sanji's siblings, like yo, these guys must be monsters. But then Yonji gets wrecked off screen.
Yeah, that's the thing. That I think that kind of did it as well. And then Niji, we haven't seen anything really impressive from him. And then we're just waiting for Ichiji, and now we see Reiju gets jacked up. So we're like, okay, are they really not that strong, or what happened? Initially, I think
we're kind of overdoing it.
But then
she only got stabbed in the leg. Like that's it.
That's what it looked like. It looked like a lot, you know.
Why was
but the thing is, here's the thing. Then she got ambushed, right?
Yo.
Who's somebody that could shoot her or do something in her leg, even if she's
it was
away?
Worm Dog.
Exactly.
Remember when I said Worm Dog might be Katakuri?
Yo,
it would make sense
definitely
because
the big Worm Dog. But I think VITO could have shot her when she was running away.
No, I got you.
But look,
so
her only injury, as far as we can see, the only major injury is in her leg. Anglius is only in her hip.
You know he's called Strange Gun VITO, right? And you know how Capone has all these like tech, like equipment. It's a bit like how Germ has like tech. I wouldn't be surprised if he has devil fruit guns. A bit like how in Alabasta there was that dog gun.
Right.
But let's say like the bullets themselves turn into like a zone and they like track you down, I guess.
Yeah. So you guys
That'd be
think VITO
interesting.
did it? So VITO probably shot her when she was running away because she can fly, right?
Yeah.
I always thought VITO has
wait,
fruit.
Oh, I guess she can fly maybe with her shoes.
Yeah. So does she have the butterfly thing, the moth thing?
I don't know about that. I think that was just a cape at the time, but people think it's a butterfly thing.
Well,
I mean, butterfly thing.
She had the anti-gravity like boots, basically. It looked like.
But yeah, I was saying this before. Like, right, if Capone's doing all this, or the Vinsmokes are plotting against Big Mom, like in that room, how can they be so brave? The walls are watching, the food is watching.
Yeah, exactly.
The entire island is
I
watching
peeped that.
them.
So wait. Theory brings up. Wait. Hold on. Theory brings up a really good argument. You're right, and you were saying in the chat it can't be pudding, but someone close, someone that Reiju can trust had to get close to her. I mean, you know what I mean? Because
do you think Pudding is low key a savage? So she will like roll up on
I don't think
Reiju
so.
and then.
Yeah. But what I was going to say earlier is I think Vito has the chameleon fruit. So like if he had that, he could cloak himself as either other people or just in general. That would probably like allow him to take her off surprise.
I think he got the frog on me. It makes too much sense. Look at his tongue and look at the size of his feet and his hands.
Yeah,
I thought his tongue looked more like a lizard than it did a frog.
Someone said in chat, what if it was a Weeble that came?
What? Nah, it looked like Reiju was underground or something. Maybe she was snooping around and found something that
she was in the
she wasn't
castle
supposed to see.
It looked like.
Weevil?
Yeah, well, if she ended up like going on to like,
there's a lot of factors as to like if he were there, how did he get in without being spotted? Yeah, I didn't know that.
Yeah, it looked like she was pretty deep inside the chateau. I don't think Weevil would be able to just go in there like that.
But what was in there for her to like look for? Because we know pretty much everything Big Mom owns.
Do you think the Vinsmoke could know that they have that national treasure of the Fishman Pirates, and that could be what they're after?
I mean, they didn't know beforehand. They'd have to know now.
Fishman, yeah.
I mean, I kind of doubt it.
Yeah.
It's just like,
well,
what is she looking for?
We don't really know what like the Vinsmoke's plan is. It's really vague. Like he literally said, we're gonna bounce from the Reverie. We don't need to do that anymore. But are you guys prepared for the consequences of doing that? Like, what's so important that you would bounce from the Reverie?
Yeah,
I don't really get it.
Do you guys feel like they want the North back? That's their.
But that's so small. Like I think we discussed before. It's like you're putting everything on just getting the North.
That's crazy. I don't know. And then what they said at the beginning of the chapter, that whole dialogue where we'll have to hold her hostage. What do you guys think about that?
That's pretty interesting though, because it's funny how he said that like while these homies are looking, and then at that exact moment, Pudding has gone missing. So if that word ever gets back to Big Mom, he's prime suspect.
That's funny because it seems like they're dating her in a way, because if you look on the wall, you see this like this card. It has like one eye open. Then even the food is just there. It's like they're just like, oh, okay, he just said that. But it's just like he doesn't care.
Well,
like he knows.
I think both parties are on the same like boat where like they both understand that the others are going for their own interests over each other's.
Yeah, I think they're on the same wavelength. I think they both be flexing because I mean you can sense it in the dialogue.
Because like that's not like that's like a common thing for like feudal lords and stuff like that who would like marry off their daughters and be like.
But like it'd be like a Whitebeard Ace situation. Like she ain't gonna sit down and like let you just have her daughter like that.
But everyone else has it. You know what I mean? Like surely.
Here's the thing. I think they both have different outcomes with this. I feel like they both had different thoughts with this. Big Mom expects once they get married, they're going to be working under her. And I don't think Germa, they are going to be doing that. I don't feel like they plan on just stay on Whole Cake Island and just be there working under Big Mom. I don't feel like that's their plan.
No.
So I think, I don't know, like I would feel like you would have this discussion beforehand, right? Like, hey, once you get married, but it seems like
that is very true.
Right? Because they're asking, what's going to happen? And then Judge says on Germa, obviously, but it doesn't seem like he's discussed this with Big Mom yet. Like, isn't this something you talk about? Like where she's going to be living at and where you're going to be living at?
I think they're just
I think what kind of happened though was, sorry, Steve. I think what kind of happened was Judge kind of was like, I need to get my cards before she gets her cards, because like I think he's thinking if Big Mom gets Sanji married to Pudding, she's gonna take Sanji, and even though I don't care about him, she's got leverage on me. Whereas if we get put in, we have leverage on her.
They just say like it's funny. Did EGG say that? It was like you think if she told us that she'd kill Sanji, that would hurt us in any way?
Yeah, that was EGG.
Yeah, that was EGG that said that.
Yeah, you know, so it's I don't know, man. Like Sanji seems like he's just a sacrifice for something else. Like he was just there for them to get in on the island. So, because everything is just fishy right now. Because I don't think what they're doing as far as the whole wedding and all that for the North, I don't think that's what it is. I don't think that's what it is.
Yeah, Brago. You know, a while back, someone actually in one of your streams asked the question, why would the Vinsmokes go through all this trouble for a wedding for Sanji? So now that you say that, it makes more sense that the Vinsmokes, they're up to something, and the Big Mom Pirates, they're up to something. So just wanted to...
They're
Our little mama just said this. What do you guys think about Sanji's scene? He seemed way too neutral about Luffy. Nami and Brook doing shit. Also, the last comment with the flowers was ominous as all fuck. Do you think what happened was Reiju met with Sanji, attacked her when she was leaving there?
Yo, like I was just about to say, it's blasphemy. What if Sanji did that? Like I know it's almost impossible that he'd even do that to a woman, let alone his sister. But like, what if he was like the first person that was like, you shouldn't marry Puddin or something, and then he flipped?
That's
I don't know if you're trolling.
That's highly unlikely.
Nah.
Yeah, I of course I don't believe that. I was saying it's a possibility.
But this is what I said. We were talking about what would Reiju do for her to be attacked by potato starch or some crazy thing like that. Like if she's conspiring with Sanji to kind of do something, but then Sanji seemed really relaxed, even though he knew Luffy was captured.
Yeah, like I think no, but it's like he even heard that Brook is going in, like in the poneglyph room. Like what?
Yeah, he wasn't bothered in any way, or he didn't look.
He told him to shut up. He didn't want to hear anymore. He was like, "I'm gonna go make some food for Puddin." Like what? And then I think the bits with the flower too. If that's that scene where Sanji brings like that one scene from way back where Puddin said she met him in a flower field and he had a field and he had the flowers and said, "I need to go join my crew." It might be alluding to that whole thing, but I don't know.
Wait, say that again, Theory.
Like there's that whole thing recently or for a while now that scene where Puddin was talking about them meeting in a flower field and how he rejected her and said, "I need to go join my crew."
Yeah.
We found out later that never actually happened and is going to happen.
No, we got 2-1 visions.
Well, wait,
so you think that's?
We don't know if that never happened because in the
we do know that never happened because
when they're eating
in that one room they said that they'd like it was the first time they'd met.
Yeah, it seemed like Pudding
and when they were crying with each other.
Yeah, and it seems like she's just hearing about Sanji and how he feels about like the wedding. It seems like she's just because if Sanji told her this before, right, that I have to go meet up with my crew, like she would be acting differently back then. She wouldn't be as ecstatic about the wedding. But it seemed that after Sanji, like she's finally realizing how Sanji's feeling, about to help. So maybe that really didn't happen. That could have been some like just an image. Because we do like it's confirmed that she's the girl with 3 eyes, right?
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, well, essentially.
Yeah, low key.
Yeah.
All right. Well, before you like think I'm like lying about or not lying, but wrong about the not meeting thing. Like it's very, very, very vague in the scenes where it implies that they didn't meet because it uses weird like words. But like the time frame for where she said she met him in the flower field doesn't make any sense because he would have been with the Vinsmokes at the time on the Germa Kingdom or Germa Kingdom, whatever. And then secondly, like the way people talk to him about Pudding during those times, it seemed like you could either take it one way, oh, they met and they're talking about how they met and what their relations were, or they haven't met and his expectations of her. And then lastly is when there was that whole fight scene where Luffy fight in the massive army, and then they're alone together and the chapter ends with her like saying, "We should get married tomorrow." In that scene, she says, "We've only just met." but you could take that as a really broad thing, like we only just met
Right.
today or yesterday.
Because how I understood it, right, is when
I think it meant like it's
when they were first in her bakery, right, and they were talking to them, to the like Straw Hats, right. She said something along the lines of like, "Oh, you know, he was so romantic when we met, etc., etc., etc."
Yeah, but I think she's lying, bro. That's as simple
And
as
like
that.
she's like, "Oh, he's gonna go back to like, you know," because she said something like, "You know, as much as I want to marry this guy, like he said he like the crew comes first, kind of thing."
Nah, it doesn't make sense. That's what I mean. That scene where they're in the house and she talks about Sanji, the time frame makes absolutely zero sense. It doesn't make any sense. And even back then, people thought she was lying and leading the Straw Hats to their death. By drawing them that map.
But that was kind of.
But like I don't know. You could take it both ways.
That was kind of broken once Tamago was making her, you know, fit her dresses and stuff. Like she really was trying to go to help.
Yeah.
On that
Yeah,
scene.
it looks like she got occupied.
But no, but she said when she met with Sanji, like, even though I drew them the map, I would never have actually gone to meet them. So she set them up.
Wait, would she say that?
Wait,
She did.
Yeah.
I'll get you the panel.
I thought that was. She said that if she knew Sanji would be mad and not want to go, she would therefore not have done it.
No, I don't think that's how it was. I'll get it for. I'll double check that.
We didn't talk about Pedro.
The best.
Yeah,
What do you guys think
Pedro's my
about
number
his
one.
life?
Yeah, that was hard.
Yeah, that was deep, bro. Like,
Yeah, with the 50 years, it really
yeah.
got me. I was not expecting.
yeah.
One thing I want to say on the 50 years thing is I think it'd be interesting if we get like a Brook scenario where like after Luffy ends up like somehow getting his 50 years back, if he does, right? If Brook's kind of like, I'm forever indebted to you.
I like
What?
he's a beast, man. I love Brook.
Well, do you remember with Brook, right? When he got shadow taken, like he was in a scenario where he thought like, you know, I'm just gonna spend the rest of my eternity here. So
He's
Pedro,
already. Oh,
Pedro,
okay.
Pedro, who thinks he's about to
Yeah.
die,
I agree with that. Like when this is over, Pedro will probably join the crew.
exactly something like that.
Wait, you
Or at
think
least
Pedro's going to
once.
join the crew?
I think he's gonna at least join the
he
alliance.
has to
if
be.
It'd be cool. It'd be cool if he did. Either way, though, him, like he'll be cool, and the other mink will be cool.
You mean Peckham's in Peckham?
Who,
Carrot and Pedro.
Yeah, Carrot. Like I didn't know she could do an attack like that.
Yeah, I kind of feel like I don't know. I thought previously up to this chapter, I definitely thought Pedro and Carrot were probably going to join the crew in some way, or they were going to like maybe have like a mink ship within the Grand Fleet. And I kind of thought like Peckham's had come back along because now Peckham's has sort of been like, you know, jettisoned from the family, and we know he's alive, regardless of whether or not he was thrown in water. We know he's alive. So to me, I always thought like they were gonna sort of join the Grand Fleet, but now I'm kind of thinking Peckham's will stay on Whole Cake, Carrot goes with them, and I kind of think like Pedro might sacrifice himself, thinking there's like nothing else to really live for, and he doesn't even think he's gonna leave the island anyway. And I know we're gonna get death during that wedding. There's gonna be a lot of sacrifice and a lot of death. And I think this sort of sets him up as one of those characters who might sacrifice himself for the greater good and end up, you know, risking his life.
Yeah, like DGK said, if Luffy somehow manages to get Pedro his lifespan back, then for sure, I think he follows Luffy.
Yeah, for sure. If it's something if it's something like Ivankov can, you know, boost his hormones or something like that, then sure. But I don't think it is.
I don't think he could get that back. I think he would just have to continue on that way.
Yeah.
And the other thing to keep in mind is that if he did get 50 years back, he'll probably be even more stronger. They'll probably nerf him some.
Wait, but let me say something with that. So remember Moscato, right? The guy that first we saw Big Mom uses powers on.
Moscato, Minister of Gelato, man.
Yeah, but remember they're like
Just well remembered.
But they're like grab his lifespan before like it's gone, as if like I'll put it back in.
Nah. I think they just grabbed it to put it into a homie. They can't. He's dead already. Like, he's not coming back.
I wondered like what happened with that, because like I wanted to see, because they took 50 years of Pedro. I wanted to see if that was like her cap, like if she just takes 50 years each swipe. But when I checked Moscato, she took 40 years from him.
Yeah.
Moscato was probably like 40 already, so he probably got aged more.
The thing I'm wondering, which is weird because souls obviously are different from shadows, is you know how like when Moria was defeated, all the shadows went back to their owners.
Right.
Yeah.
I feel like souls can't go back to the rotting corpses of their owners.
True.
Exactly.
40 years. You know what I'm saying? Like it'd be.
I think we brought up this question like the other stream. Like, if you put Sea Stone on Big Mom, what happens to all the homies?
Right. Do they just like die right there, or do they like go into stasis? Like I'm thinking maybe it's going to be something. Maybe this would be how Pedro gets his life back. Is if you are still alive, if your body is still alive and your soul still exists, maybe that lifespan goes back to you once Big Mom's knocked out. But
so remember,
beyond
Capone
that,
still has that
I
spear.
don't know how he could come back from this.
Yeah, it's a strange concept.
Capone
I didn't even think about death at all.
Yeah, Capone had that sea stone spear,
He
right?
has that spear, right? So if he like somehow hits Big Mom with a spear, do you think that could temporarily, like, where all the homies, like, if you're alive, you get your lifespan back?
See, I don't think so. I think
go ahead.
I think it's like used up at that moment and it's gone. Like I don't think she just had the life energy just hanging around. I think that, like, they can't get it back once it's gone.
Yeah.
Well,
I remember we had this discussion before, and I think that like passive abilities don't work in the same way as active abilities would. So, for example, like the Sea Stone won't really stop all the passive abilities that she's already got going on, but it will nerf like her from actually doing anything more. If that makes sense.
But like, I don't know about that, because like we saw with Sugar, right? And Mori as well, because they have a similar fruit. I'll bring it up again. Their two fruits are the only two paramecias we've seen where when they use their ability, after they've like touched someone or they get someone's shadow, etc., they have to do this thing called a contract, and they have to say what that ability is going to do. Sugar turns you into a toy. She can say, "I want you to go jump off a cliff." Contract complete. And then you're gonna go jump off a cliff.
See, Sugar was
like
so weird and broken, and like there were so many weird rules to her, like how she made you forget things.
Yeah.
Like I'm wondering if that is something that goes along with the homies. It's like homies remember who they were. Like, is that like something where then
that's a weird one too.
Like I don't know. Like I don't know how that works, because so many people.
There's also those black slime things. There's those black slime things on the island as well. Like they're part of Big Mom.
Did Big Mom line them up? Didn't she line them up and they were in a line? Do you think they asked him something?
I don't know.
Something at first, right?
Yeah. She did. Yeah.
She did line them up, and they
have to. Leave her life. Leave her life.
Yeah, leave her life. That was it.
Contract.
Yo, you're right. That is the contract.
You're right. Yeah, you're right.
So then they would return, right?
I think she's even more broken than that. I think she's got multiple contracts, because when Moscato died, she did life or treat, and you have to answer or you die.
Yeah. So her fruit has more than one contract.
That's crazy.
Yeah. But Moscato died, right? I mean, like he killed him. Right? I was just clarifying that, because I was like,
I think they even said they were like, if you don't show cowardice, or she'll rip away your soul. And then when she ripped away his soul, they were like, she just killed her own son. Like, and I want to bring up also, that was the people that took on Luffy during that fight. The cheese minister, the lady with the rain ability, and then also Montdor. They were the ones that were like, she killed her own son.
Yeah, Montdor, he's another weird one, because I feel like he's sort of going to come into play similar to Sugar. I feel like this is taking so many things from Dressrosa with these fruits, because I definitely think like those beasts are going to come into play with the wedding too, because the second he's knocked out, like the keys in the books are going to fall, and all the beasts are going to go rampaging throughout Whole Cave.
Yeah.
I mean, that depends. That depends though, because remember, Moria got knocked out, but his shadows didn't really return immediately. So I think it might be a similar thing with the books.
It'd be funny if Brooke played him a song to knock him out.
I think it's weird also how like Big Mom went to Brooke herself. Like what?
Yeah. I think they're doing that.
That's crazy.
I think they're doing that on purpose. I think because like Brooke, Smoothie, and Big Mom. Brooke is like the perfect guy to go against both of them. But he can't be Jim, and he's already dead. So there's nothing either of them can really do to him beyond like just brute force, And I'm kind of thinking when we see Brooke again, that's going to be the whole trick. Is like Big Mom thinks he's this creature, and then she's going to be like, Smoothie, take care of him. And Smoothie like tries, but she can't do anything because he can't be juiced. And then Big Mom's like, whatever, you're going to join me regardless. And then what I think is going to happen is Smoothie's going to be like, I can't do anything to him. Brooke's going to laugh or whatever, do something. Big Mom's going to be like, this is ludicrous. Just join my crew anyway. And then Brooke's going to be like, no, I'm already with Luffy. I'm sorry. And she's like, well, then I'll take you myself. And she rips out his life. And he's like, what are you trying to rip from me? I'm already dead. And then Big Mom and both her are like, what the hell is going on with this dude? And then they're going to
how when Doflamingo and Luffy did that sort of conqueror's haki clash, right?
Yeah.
Do you think anything similar is going to happen between Big Mom and Brooke because they got such similar devil fruits?
I don't think there'll be a hockey clash, but maybe like a soul clash. That'd be kind
of yeah.
I think it's odd also. Like, let's say for example, because she's one of the top tier characters of the verse, right?
Yeah.
I don't think it'd be so easy as like, oh, we have opposite fruits. I'm nerfed now, like Crocodile v Water or something. That's another example, like Crocodile versus Water. Unlike Cracker, who just couldn't do anything, Crocodile figured out a way around it.
But look at like pre-time skip Luffy and not Crocodile, pre-time skip Luffy and Eneru. And I mean, Eneru to this day, pre-time skip Eneru could take out a lot of characters.
Yeah.
In the post-time skip world we live in, but pre-time skip Luffy was able to knock him out just because.
The thing is, though, Eno, like, even though or Eneru, even though he got his fruit nerfed, he figured out a way around it. He was like, oh, so he doesn't take blunt attacks. I'll turn my pole into a trident and I'll stab him instead.
Right.
Yeah.
And then Big Mom, like, even if the soul thing doesn't work, she still has the Zeus and Prometheus thing. Brooke is not immune to that.
Right, that's true.
But,
He's also not immune to hockey.
Yeah, she should be.
I don't know about the Zeus and Prometheus thing. They seem to be a weather thing. I don't think, like, maybe they can be a physical attack, but I don't know. They're weird.
I'm sure.
I know not like I don't know about that, but I do know that one is supposed to have fire powers and one's supposed to have thunder powers, so she can still make them hit them in an elemental way.
Yeah, she threw Zeus at the ground and caused an explosion. I mean, Prometheus.
Do you think this Big Mom showed up because
this chapter
she's an avid collector? Do you think Big Mom is a crazy collector? That's why she showed up. She just
she said that
it might be.
Seeing that rare Charizard.
You know, I was thinking she was worried about that box.
What I was just thinking,
like,
you know, Brooke, right? You know how, say, if Big Mom was to take, say, 50 years of his life away, like, what would actually happen to him? Because imagine if, like, would she actually be able to take some sort of life from him, but yet he'll still be alive? Because if that's the case, then he could be like an unlimited pool of lifespan for her, in a sense.
No, I don't think that's gonna happen.
She could just keep taking stuff from him.
You mean that would be cool if then she can take the captive, because he's basically like an unlimited source.
Wow.
Yeah.
But that was we had that discussion. We had that discussion with Kaido. Like, if Kaido's immortal, like, could she kill him?
Exactly.
So, and that actually, and that
that'd be crazy.
That's brilliant. That's so good. If she has him and they end up going to the wedding, that gives an excuse for him to be at like the actual wedding. Like, she pulls him along with her, and then he's there. And she's pulling soul from him to like take out other people. You've got Sanji there, obviously, because it's his wedding. Luffy and Nami obviously show up because they get that free, and then Chopper and Carrot. Like, that would bring everybody there in the same spot. Pedro and Tamago too, same thing. Like, oh, I love that idea. Because right now, like, realistically, if Smoothie and Big Mom can't do anything to Brooke using their powers, and it does come to blunt force, like, Brooke could very easily just be like, I'm going to trace this poneglyph and get the hell out of here right now. But I don't think it's going to be that easy. I think Oda wants to show us, like, see, Brooke is essential to the crew and he's powerful in his own right, but I don't think he wants Brooke to, like, overpower a Yonko commander and a Yonko, you know? Yeah. So I
hope not.
Like, when Smoothie tried to stand in Big Mom's way, she's like, you didn't have to come all this way. She's like, move aside, Smoothie.
Yeah. I'm curious. I did not think in a million years that the first Straw Hat to face a Yonko would be. That was like, come on.
I was watching your video, Roger, and you brought up a good point about Carrot as well, because maybe it was someone else, but like I thought when I first read it, when she did the electric Luna, I thought she just did that out of nowhere, but I think it was you who said, like, when she spilt the water on them, it enhanced the
she electric. Yeah.
Because I was gonna say, if she could just pull that out of nowhere, like, what?
Yeah, that's
no.
No, I think it's because she.
But then look at Pedro. He could probably do that on the spot. He doesn't need water.
Yeah.
Wait, is it nighttime?
I don't think Brooke has any life to take. Like, if Big Mom does it, I think it's like it has no effect at all. I think because, like, he's not gonna die of old age since he's already dead.
Yeah, right.
Yo. What if Jinbei was the one that beat up Reiju?
So disgusting.
Why would Jinbei
go in the stream?
You know what I thought? As soon as I read that part, I'm like, yo, Capone is up to his tricks, and Capone started early.
A lot of people are saying Capone, and I'm inclined to believe it because, like, she's in a castle-looking environment.
Yeah.
But the more I thought about it, and I've always been team good Pudding. I've always thought Pudding was a good character.
Yeah.
The more I think about it, I think I'm kind of seeing where Foreverworld's coming from, and I kind of think Pudding might be a yandere. And I think what she might have whispered to Luffy and Nami last time was, she said, I'm sorry I can't go through with the wedding, but what she might have whispered was, don't worry, I'm going to murder Sanji's family. Goodbye. Luffy's like, what? and that would explain why they look so shocked. But at the same time,
True.
like, if she said I'm gonna kill myself, like I think they'd be a little more like not upset, but I feel like the reaction would have been different. And if it was gonna,
I always thought
Sanji,
like
Luffy would go after her immediately. Like you would see him like trying to go after her. But I don't think it was. I think it was something like I'm gonna kill Luffy, Sanji's family. Because right now, like she feels she's a burden to Sanji, and she also doesn't want to get married. So it's something where she feels she has to leave, but she has like invested with these characters, and she doesn't want to just abandon them. So what's she gonna do? She'll make it easy for Sanji by killing the ones who she believes is causing him trouble.
Oh yeah, but the thing with Reiju, she's one of the most supportive people Sanji has. So like I don't think
like she doesn't know that beyond the mask that Sanji took off. Like Sanji didn't say my sister made this mask for me. He just like pulled off this mask. Like had he said, "Oh, you know, Reiju helped me by making me this mask to hide my wounds," he didn't say that. He said, "Look at what my family did to me." And so Pudding probably thinks like, "What? You know, assholes," and she's not going to take out Ichiji and Niji first. She's going to go after Reiju.
Damn.
We don't know what Pudding can do. Pudding might be a savage. We never know.
Yeah, but
that's third eye.
Reiju was like the second, or she's like the strongest.
She could be like the Cyclops mythical zone or something.
Yeah.
Out of all of them, like I don't know. To me, like I don't think Pudding's messing with Reiju on a 1v1. And I think if they was to talk, I can't see her hurting Reiju like that. I mean, and like with like even if Pudding is evil, it's like how strong could she be? Like I doubt that like if she's so strong, she'll be a threat or something. Like a serious.
Cause there's that whole thing with like Luffy, like he has that power sensor, and sometimes he works, sometimes it don't.
Yeah,
but, like,
if
he met Pudding, he would totally be like, "What's up?"
He would have been like, "You're strong," which he didn't do.
I kind of
the first thing that I thought, because I read the spoilers before the chapter came out, right? I read the spoilers before the chapter came out. So the first thing that I thought when I saw this was that I thought, what if all of the brothers beat up Reiju because they found out that she was helping Sanji, or even worse, they had been doing this the whole time, but she was concealing it with the mask that she gave Sanji. That was the first thing that came to mind. But after actually reading the chapter, I'm more in line with the Capone thing, seeing as how it lines up that they've both gone missing at around about the same time and all that stuff.
Yeah, looking at it again, it's clear that she just got hit in her foot. It's like her foot is the thing that's bleeding.
Yeah.
So that, you know, like I said, maybe she was running away from Vito. Vito shot her. And like Roger mentioned the castle thing. More than likely, all signs of
Oda's not gonna have a castle there for no reason. Another thing about Capone is that he has his whole crew with him, so I doubt it was just Capone versus 1v1.
It wasn't a 1v1.
Like it's gotta be Capone or Pudding though. I can't see it being anybody.
It can't be anyone else.
It's gotta be.
You guys are forgetting one person. Do you guys know about Lord Katakuri, the third?
But I mean, like it doesn't make any sense for it to be him. Like if it was Potato Starch or Katakuri, whatever. One of the commanders, like let's like I'll put it into perspective. Let's say
Smoothie. Let me give an example. Okay, so what if Reiju was trying to help Sanji escape, and then Katakuri found out like that she was doing this?
Reiju wasn't trying to do that though. That's the problem. She told Sanji, "This is the extent of my help." Like after this mask, I said, "I'm not doing nothing else. I told you not to come back." So that's not even true.
Well,
because Reiju said she's not doing anything else.
He might have mistaken it for something else. He might have mistook Reiju going to see Sanji is trying to break him up.
But then he's like, if it was him, he's caused a massive like feudal debate. Like it's ridiculous.
Well,
I wouldn't understand it. It's like like if Bobbin or the Minister of Cheese did it, it'd be ridiculous.
Reiju was not even.
It goes completely.
Reiju was not even gonna. Nobody's even gonna think she's gonna help Sanji because, as she told him, that's it. I'm not doing nothing else for you. You shouldn't have came back. If she does do something for Sanji, it'll be towards the end of the arc. Like right now, she's giving zero support to Sanji.
Do you think? Say let's flip this. Say Reiju, right? She's exploring the island and she goes to some forbidden place, and that's where Katakuri is. Let's flip it and say, if this was Jack, would Jack have attacked her?
Jack what do you mean?
Jack, man, Jack is like a just crazy monster.
You shouldn't have brought up Jack Rogers here, Jesus.
But I also feel like Jack is just like he's insane, man. Jack,
the fanboy seeping out.
No, but I don't mean it like from a strength perspective. I just mean it from like a sanity perspective. Like Jack just destroys everybody. He like goes. He doesn't think. He just does things.
He does.
Katakuri and Cracker. I feel like they're not the type of people who would like beat the hell out of a girl. I don't know. I don't know. I don't think so. I mean,
especially considering Big Mom's fruit as well.
He is though.
I would say we'd need like one reckless.
But I want to bring this up as well. Like, you people keep saying she found some secret sanctum within the castle. What's so secret there? Like, we know about the poneglyphs, we know about the treasure chest, everything.
No.
What else does she have?
Unless whatever her secret might be, could be the reason why she wants to ally with the Vinsmoke specifically. So we know that they've got the key of life, right? So imagine if she found like a room where she was doing some other research, not only Caesar's stuff, but some other research to do with the life stuff as well.
But still, like, I still don't understand really, like, why because like the Vinsmokes and Capone are not allied, and
they're not.
Right, so I'm like, I don't know, like, why this relationship would even happen at this point, because we've seen Reiju throughout this whole arc so far. Like, when in this story would she have time to like investigate Capone's castle and do all this? We just saw her like, it's not like that's my only concern with this. Whereas like, there's an immediate reason for putting to go after her, like an immediate reason.
She doesn't have to. She doesn't have to investigate
because Capone is focusing on the Vinsmokes right now. We know Capone is focusing on like taking down people within the Big Mom family from the inside. We know this already.
See, I don't.
So I don't know,
the thing with me is that like
that would happen. I don't know.
To me though, Capone, he's not strong enough to do nothing really. So it's like his best shot, right? Because I've been thinking it's his best shot is to cause confusion amongst them and make them fight each other somehow, or do something dirty like poison or something, like something to where he's not using force, but try to like cause havoc. Like I can see him hurting. See, look, if Reiju doesn't get to make it, let's say Reiju doesn't get to make it to judge, right? And like I don't think that.
Oh my god!
They're trying to betray Big Mom. I think
someone just replaced Brago, yo.
Dude, I kicked him out. I can't Brago work.
I think that
was fake, man.
Nobody wants
bullshit.
You know how they said that?
What the heck?
They want Puddin and Sanji to live on Germa.
Right.
I think they just want some, like, in case Big Mom flips out because Judge called her crazy already, they want some type of leverage over her. I don't think they have.
Right. That's what I mentioned in my review today. I think that's totally what that was about. Like,
but check this out. So while that's like that, right? If Capone did hurt Reiju, right? Big Mom does have her tea things and stuff. She can hear anything that's said.
Yeah.
So, but what was said could be taken as a threat, or it could be taken the wrong way. So now, if Reiju doesn't get to make it to judge, and let's say Big Mom approaches them, like, are y'all crazy? Y'all gonna try to, and then they're like, hey, where's Reiju? They could think that she actually hurt Reiju or something, and that could start a Big Mom versus Germa fight right there.
I see it now, like she's crawling panel by panel, and then you see Big Mom's footsteps heading towards Judge because she hears about like taking hostage of Puddin.
Yeah.
And before Reiju can get there to talk about who did her in.
Yeah.
The Judge first, and then they're like, where's what have you kidnapped Puddin? Where has she gone? Because she's gone missing. And then Judge is like, where's Reiju? And then Reiju walks in, and that's gonna set everything off.
Yeah.
And I like even if
Brago can't get back in. Brago's locked out of his stream.
Big Mom knows about everything.
He forgot his keys.
So they could be like, where's Reiju? She could be like, Reiju's lying in a pool of blood or something. Like, it doesn't mean that she did it though, but it could be like, yo, what? And they could just like, that could start a whole fight right there. And another thing, this scene kind of matches up. Remember the thing where Capone shot Peckham's?
Yeah.
And Peckham's was like, that's disgusting. And then she shot him into the ocean. I think he told Peckham some of his plans. So I think this is like probably like the first step to his plan.
Because then like Peckham was like, don't ever underestimate Big Mama, and then he fell into
He specifically said, don't underestimate.
Have you guys seen the meme of like what happened with Reiju? Someone said it was like her period blood.
Oh wow! I heard. I thought that.
I knew somebody was going to say that.
Yeah,
I heard some people saying
in the
that.
bathroom.
I mean,
I heard somebody say she was raped.
She was raped. Oh, dear.
What in the world?
That's not funny.
Brago got locked out of his own stream.
Yeah, Brago got locked out
of his own.
How
Cody is a sneaky bastard.
Roger, dude, someone at 100 and whatever K it is would never let this happen. Would they?
Ever.
Damn.
Ever.
Damn.
He's got a lot to learn, man. He's got a lot to learn.
Who's not talking right now?
Who go?
James. Is James talking?
James on mute.
James is mute.
James is on mute, then let's kick him.
Nah, he's unmuted his mic.
Muted again.
He's muted again. Wait, who's more?
Like the serious.
Not here. How is it getting recorded?
the Google Hangouts is still recording.
Yeah, it's still recording.
Oh, okay, that's why I was like,
Oh,
that
he's got a
makes
ghost camera.
He's got
said
some real
Angel
MVP,
so long.
Yeah, this is all my fault.
Can we talk about my boy Dr. Eggman slash
He was a
Baron Tamago?
disappointment, bro.
He's not a disappointment. You wildin'.
Wasn't he one of the guys who took down like an entire island though?
Tamago?
No, that was Bobbin.
He's actually he actually impressed me more because I thought since he asked for Smoothie help that he couldn't mess with Pedro, but he stood right there like, "Yo, Pedro, what's up?"
Yeah, I liked.
Yeah, like I think it's cool how they have like that bad blood.
That was cool.
Oh no, I thought you were talking about the wind-up guy.
I never seen Tamago's star before.
Yo, the chat is not happy. Brago can't get back in.
Wait, where's the link?
Isn't there a space open for him now?
Right now.
I'm disappointed with Roulette.
But yo, guys,
right now.
Link me the chat. I can't find it.
I think it was Pharaoh who just talked about Diesel, the guy at the start.
Yeah,
he
that's
was one of the guys. He was one of the guys with Randolph and Amanda.
Exactly,
who took down an island. Like he's such a letdown.
He got one hit, bro.
The other thing too, Brooke.
No, he didn't even get one hit. He one hit himself. He ran into a wall.
Brooke was taking out some of the people easy. Didn't the people that Brooke took out? Those are the people who gave Luffy, like they tag team Luffy.
No, it was different people.
Oh, I thought
the chef was in there and stuff, innit? The little rabbit-looking chef.
Yeah.
Well,
I want to ask you guys a question.
I mean the cream soldier.
Go on.
All right, so my big question is what you just brought up, which are those dudes who tag teamed Luffy and like from either side. Were those like cream soldiers from Opera?
Wait, there's 11 people.
That's what I think so.
Okay, because that's what I thought. Because I thought they were like cream soldiers, similar to like Cracker and the Biscuit Soldiers.
Yeah, that made me mad confused. Because at first I thought it was like some Montdor illusion, like he made two, like he was tripping out.
But they might be.
But like it turns out, like there might be multiple like ministers of cheese. I don't know. But I think it could be like just one dude like doing Cracker.
Didn't Brooke chop up a cream dude this chapter?
Nah.
Not that I saw. No.
Oh well, maybe it was just the blood though. But I thought I seen him cut somebody, and I thought it was a cream.
Oh no, there was one dude with like he looked like Don Chinchao, and
that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
But he was
11
trash
people
anyway.
we got 11 people in here, guys. We broke the street.
Dude, Brago, whoever kicked you out of that.
We don't have 11 people. Dude.
No, there's only 10.
It's only 10.
Yeah, like I think who was it who said about what was that guy's name? Opera definitely can make multiple people out of
There's 11 people, bro.
Like, otherwise
I only
I
count 10.
how there was two of him.
No, there is 11. Like count 1, 2.
11 people. Wait, Theory,
what do you think to that lady as well that like caught Nami and dodged her lightning bolt? She like control the rain, I think it was. Like she
I think
like, she was
the minister of butter, bro.
Like,
she can probably use butter or something like that.
Did she use miso ame or something like that?
Miso ame, candy rain.
Yeah.
That might be.
But like, isn't that like a really specific fruit? Like, when else are you gonna use that?
Yeah,
that's true.
Is that her name? No, I thought that was just like
Amant is her name.
The type of weather on the island.
No, her name.
No, Amant is the.
Her name is Gillette.
Oh,
Gillette Fusion.
Sorry, that was something else.
But no, yeah, she's got a weird fruit. Like literally,
right,
when the rain comes down, she like because at first I thought she had like telekinesis, like she could just lift you up and like fling you around and stuff like from nowhere. But no, like she puts the water on like your wrists and then she can control your arms.
How did I totally miss that was a devil fruit power? Yeah, I'm looking right here in the wiki. It says Galette has seemingly eaten the paramecia devil fruit that allows her to control a fluid substance, which she could use to bind people's hands to prevent them from moving. How did I miss?
Yeah. I guess because you were hyped for like Amande cutting King Bomb and like stuff like this.
Yeah, Amande was fine.
You kind of missed the minor.
It was in like a tiny little text box on. Yeah, I barely noticed it either.
I mean, but that chapter a lot was going on.
It was very like it was really hard to like you when because like she has like she's standing there and Nami's all like all twisted up and she's standing there with her arm out and it looks like she's doing some like psychic power nonsense.
Yeah.
If you look
but
at
if you
Nami's arm,
look
like
at
really
the
really
wrist,
close,
if
there's
you
like
look
a
at the
liquid
wrist,
around her wrist.
Yeah, you can clearly see the little dots around Nami's body. I never noticed that. Wow. Man, I'm so glad I did this stream now because I would have never known that the Minister of Butter had a double fruit.
Anytime.
How OP would a telekinesis fruit be?
Telekinesis.
Imagine if there was a telekinesis.
Like everyone thought, like Dofi had it at the start of the series, but like
I remember that.
Oh, Amande's pretty dope though. She looks like man. If Zoro was here, they'd be fighting. Sword fight. Yo, she's cool. I like her. She sliced.
There's already a couple people that can use telekinesis, sort of.
Is that?
Someone said to get Roger's opinion
Law
on
and
Sanji
Shiki.
versus Virgo.
What?
Don't do this, bro.
Theory.
You're calling me out with the
Theory.
Yeah, well, what do you want to say?
Do you remember what Puddin said exactly when she said the whole, like, you know, don't worry, I'm not going to marry Sanji thing? Do you remember, like, exactly what she said?
Which part are you on about?
Like like when she went to see Luffy inside the prison, like what she said exactly.
What about it?
You never found out what she said.
No. Not all right. Not the stuff that we didn't hear, but I mean like that whole thing, like when she said, all right, because we didn't hear her get into details, but she did say something like, you know, I'm causing trouble and I'm not gonna marry Sanji. Don't worry, he doesn't want to get married or something.
Right.
I can get it up for you.
All right, cool.
I've got it here.
Because I think
Wait.
that has something to do with it too. Because I think that like Big Mom most likely heard what Capone said to Peckham's, but something with Reiju getting hurt and something with Big Mom going to approach Germa. I think Germa's the one not in the know, and I think something with what Puddin told Luffy too. I think like all of it comes together.
Hey Ty, I'll read it off to you, man.
All right, cool.
Okay, so let's start from here. I also know that he only did that because he's a kind man. Deep down, I can tell that I'm the one that's screwing everything up. So don't worry, I won't be marrying Sanji. Listen, and then she whispers something, and goodbye.
All right, so
Wait, say that one more time, Usif. Say that last line again. The listen, and then I'm gonna say something, and then you say goodbye. All right?
Beat me to it.
Say that little bit again, Usif.
Well, so don't worry, I won't be marrying Sanji.
I'm gonna kill his.
or like say hi to Ace in hell for me.
Oh god, that would be savage.
Or she leans over and she just goes,
What?
all right, so
Hail German 66.
it's not a lot. It's not. She didn't say a lot about that, but you know how Theory was saying before that she could like tell a future with her eye.
Yeah.
So you know maybe the whole thing, because she's been wanting to marry Sanji this whole arc, and now all of a sudden she's saying she's not gonna marry Sanji. So I think what she told Luffy was like the future, and that future was like probably like, you know, like Capone is attacking Reiju right now or something, like, you know, like he's in.
But this is I wanna add this because like at first, if you go back right and you read all of the Puddin scenes with the possibility that she could see the future in mind, it changed your whole perspective, because she says things like, if we ever get to the wedding ceremony, the chances of you saving Sanji become 0%. Like she, like as if she knows once they're in that wedding room,
yeah,
there's literally no other future.
I remember that.
Yeah.
So I think she's gonna try and change it so that wedding never takes place, meaning there is a chance to save Sanji.
I think what she's saying right now is she's like she's not gonna marry Sanji. I don't think she has anything to do with it. I think like whatever Capone did to Reiju is gonna cause some type of problem between the Vince Smokes and Big Mom. So it's like the wedding is not going down anymore. Like I think she means it in that way. I don't think she means that like she doesn't want to marry Sanji anymore, that she's not gonna do it anymore.
Because just to clarify as well, like the bits where she talks about, I met him in the flower fields and he's holding that bouquet of flowers, like it looks just like the ones he's doing already, and it's that flower field he was picking the flowers from. He's never been there before, guys.
See, I thought that was a flashback though. But I see what you're saying.
that was seeing the future.
Yeah.
Flash forward.
That was the thing. That was the thing. She made it seem like it was a flashback because she was lying.
Yeah.
What she was actually saying was going to happen. Like they're gonna go to the field, and either she's gonna be the one to turn him down, or he's the one that actually turns him down and he gives her flowers.
Also, I was pretty pissed that Pedro ended up not catching Sanji in the garden, like last chapter. Like I was thinking that was gonna happen.
Well, like they were gonna run into each other.
Yeah, because like that's where Sanji
They were very
was.
close to each other. It was so annoying.
Yeah, I looked at it like, damn.
I think Sanji just left the garden to go inside, and Pedro then ended up fighting in the garden.
Yeah.
What do you guys think about Sanji kind of dismissing the Straw Hats this chapter? Because like he was being explained their situation. Like everyone was like, oh yeah, they're in such a dire situation right now. He's just like, oh shut up, let me cook for pudding.
Well,
like, what do you guys think about
Well,
that?
to me, like,
his character's completely different to what I expected this art.
Yeah, like I'm so disappointed. Like you got someone like Pedro, he's had 50 years of his life taken away from him last time he came here, yet he's still back here fighting for this dude, and he's there cooking for a girl. Like, come on, man.
Well,
I'm so disappointed.
Last chapter, not this chapter, but the chapter before, like the whole thing where he was saying, I'm gonna try my best, and you saw like the heart in his eyes, and he was like the old Sanji again. I kind of feel like that was like a defense mechanism for him. I feel like he has nothing left, and he's just like trying to go back to the old ways of being, like goofy, horny Sanji, because maybe that'll like make things okay in his mind. Like
he's just so far gone now.
Like this, I think he's like doing this to keep himself sane.
To me, this chapter,
I was hoping that this whole Reiju thing, like I was hoping, all right, he's gonna see Reiju, he's gonna think it was his brothers, and he's just gonna flip. Like I was hoping, because I want to see Sanji do something, but obviously I'm not sure.
I kind of feel like I think I'm in the minority here, but I really feel like the wedding, like the finale of this arc, I feel like it's gonna focus primarily on Sanji. I don't think it's really gonna be like I think what might happen.
Of course.
I think what might happen. Here's what I think is probably gonna happen: is the wedding's gonna go down. All this chaos is gonna happen. You have Capone, you have the Vinsmokes, all the Big Mom family, the guests at the wedding, the Straw Hats, everybody. They're all there. Something's going to happen. I agree with what whoever mentioned this earlier. I think it was Theory, that somehow the Vinsmokes are going to end up fighting Big Mom. There's going to be some type of misunderstanding where those two groups are going to start clashing. And I think what's going to happen among all of that is Capone is going to try to like little finger his way around stuff to try to like manipulate the situation. And someone's going to be like, no, you got to take this L real quick. And then Big Mom steals his life or whatever. I could see that happening.
How strong do you think the brothers are?
What'd you say?
How strong do you think the brothers are? Because
let's
say, for example, if they're like cracker level or something, and then Sanji has to overcome them.
They're not. But I mean, we already saw before that he took out Yonji no problem. And the only reason he couldn't take out Ichiji and Niji now is because he had like the things on his hands, and he's thinking about Zeph. I feel like if something happens at the wedding and Zeph is at the wedding and then maybe Zeph dies, like I feel like he needs to have the safety of his crewmates and the safety of Zeph assured, or something where like there's now nothing he could do in order to make Sanji go full out, because he's going to go full out.
What if Big Mom set up? What if Big Mom set up like Germa and she invited Zeph to the tea party?
I think she did. Totally, I think she did. I personally believe we're going to get a panel where they're at the wedding, Pudding's been captured, whatever, Sanji's been captured, they're like forced to go through with it. They're walking up to the aisle, and then in the first pew, you see Zeph there with the handcuffs on. And Sanji's like, what? And then all hell breaks loose. I feel like Zeph's got to be there. Zeph's got to be there. Because there's no way they're not going to go back to East Blue to get Zeph. Like, they can't keep making that threat up to an hour before the wedding. They're not going to travel all the way back to East Blue to kill him. He's got to be there already. You know,
unless they have operatives at the restaurant already.
Maybe.
Which I wouldn't doubt.
They implied, but like
I wouldn't doubt that.
Even still, like I think it's crazy because like now that we've seen so much,
it would be like Radier, and then you'd see like one mom operative just chilling there, like Bobbin standing with a gun. I don't think
crazy though. We've seen, and now we're questioning: is she secretly like crazy habits, or is she pure evil? But then it makes me think back to when Capone met with Sanji. She was like, if you don't turn up to the wedding, like one of your loved ones will be sent to you in a box. Right. That's some evil stuff, man. I don't know what's
that's
going
some
on.
mafia shit,
like,
man.
Big Mom, I don't know. I feel like Luffy.
And that's why Capone said it.
Luffy and Big Mom during this wedding, I think will exchange a few blows, but I don't think it's going to be like a full-on fight. And I thoroughly believe we are leaving this island with Big Mom still totally a threat. Like, I think we're gonna.
Well, I think they're gonna.
Especially
they're gonna ally with Big Mom when this is over.
Like, now that we know for sure he's doing Wano next year, there's no way he's gonna wrap up a final Big Mom fight in like 20 chapters. It's not gonna happen.
She's the second one to fall.
There's gonna be kind of like what you mentioned, and then what I think will probably end up happening is one thing I think could happen. This is one big thing I think could happen at the wedding, following everything else going on. Is I do potentially think that maybe Big Mom has like a last ditch effort to try to like stop them from leaving, like awakens and some crazy ass power. Like I did a video on this, but I kind of feel like maybe her awakening would be like stealing the soul of everything in the island and like making one big homie. And if that's the case, it would look super dope. And I imagine everybody at the wedding would get caught in it. And so like I could see maybe Reiju sacrificing herself, pushing Sanji out of the way and the rest of them out of the way, or like other characters that are there, maybe Zeph, being like, no, you guys need to escape. We're going to stay here. Like maybe Reiju and Zeph and Pedro they all hang back just to keep like Carrot and Luffy and Sanji and Nami and Chopper and Brooke safe, and they get out.
Could you see like a soul? Like, could you see like a soul storm, like in the visage of Big Mom?
Like everybody's souls are ripped out. The island starts coming to life and shit. It's I could see crazy stuff going down, and then that would like Luffy would look back, Sanji'd be looking back, and then they see like Reiju and Pedro stopping them, and then they both. I mean, I could see them dying there. Honestly, I could
and
see
then,
them.
And then Jinbei does what he did in Marineford, that massive like what's it called? That massive like tunnel. The water tunnel sends it to the next island.
When do we see
I
Jinbei?
kind of hope this is like a Water 7 for Luffy and like the Straw Hats, because he hasn't seen like the power of a Yonka before. So if he fights Big Mom, not like a full-on fight, but just like a clash or something, and he gets demolished or whatever, but he can still escape. That like, you know how he was destroyed by CP9 and stuff, and then on the sea train he got stronger. It was only like 2 hours, and he came up with gear 2nd and 3rd.
Somehow, bro. But
I don't think.
Wait. Wasn't gear 2nd and 3rd after Aokiji? He fought Aokiji, and then he realized he needed.
Yeah, we talked about
sort of, but okay, no. Even Zoro,
Aokiji gave him the mindset, I need to get stronger, and then CP9 was the revelation. He was like, oh, I can get stronger by copying that.
Oh, okay.
Well, not just that. Think about how crazy like strong Zoro got. He fought Kaku in Water 7, and then he went to Misabi, and he fought Kaku again, and Kaku was like, yo, you're much stronger than before. He was like, your spirit's crazy and stuff, and blah blah blah. So just kind of realizing the difference in strength might actually help him, like
I
agree with
you. But Zoro's already got that like first-hand kind of experience with Mihawk. Mihawk's like one of them top dudes.
Yeah.
This arc, I think, is more symbolic if Luffy never actually gets to her, where it's like you still can't even reach me. You know, like you still have a ways to go. Where you can't even get past my commanders. Remember what Zoro told Pika? Where it's like, you're not strong enough for my captain. Like, I don't think Luffy ever reaches Big Mom this arc.
To me, they're gonna ally with Big Mom in some type of way, like when this arc is over.
I don't see them allying, because I think she's the second one to go down.
Well, the thing about the allying thing,
I said it time and again. In the streams. Like if it when we met, as soon as we touched down on Seducing Woods and we met with Cracker, to me it was 0% chance. Couldn't even imagine how Oda was gonna write it that we could possibly save Sanji with just Cracker. And now that we've gotten past Cracker and there's all this crazy other stuff, it's like minus 10% for me. I don't understand how he's gonna do it.
I've got a question for you
to me
guys.
with that.
Oh, you want to go first? I don't mind.
Well, with the ally thing, she doesn't have to give Luffy 100% of her support. She could just be like, "Look, Luffy, I'll give you Peckham's, Tamago, and like a few other people
that's the same thing I was thinking.
To be a part of your fleet." Like she just has to give him a little bit of like, you know, like I'm not gonna fight Kaido myself with you, but I'll give you some support or whatever. So like she could just.
I've also said this before, right? I don't like the idea of Luffy being allied with 2 Yonkers in a sense.
He's not allied with Shanks though. That's the thing.
He's already got him as like he's not a threat to Luffy. That's the problem.
But Shanks is not.
He's already got one Yonker that he can turn a blind eye to. He doesn't even need to focus on him.
Luffy
he's
never
got Big Mom in that same way as well. Then I don't see how that's
Luffy never ran to Shanks for help, and he never ran to Big Mom for help. This would just be Big Mom doing it on her own, and it's better that way because it's like. You know, Luffy knew Shanks since he was little. At least this way, he made his own relationship with Big Mom, and she's lending some support. This is not he has 2 Yonkos on his side. He's still.
The thing is, but still
going to beat Shanks' crew, like you said.
I know she's forgiven him for all the stuff he's done on the island so far, but if he continues to mess around, there's no forgiveness. Like she can't forgive him.
The only reason I'm forgiving him is because the wedding is so important. If there's no wedding, there's nothing to forgive. Like
true. But the thing is though, is check this out. Like who's really. All right, we know that Luffy didn't. All right, look, put it like this: nobody on the crew did that to Reiju, right? So the person who really is a threat is not Luffy here. So it's like when this is all over, right? And especially like if, like, let's say Luffy gets free, let's say Chopper frees Luffy, right? And if Capone is doing something, I can see Luffy being a peacemaker and standing up for Capone.
That is the only.
And when that's over, that's another reason Big Mom has to forgive Luffy, along with the Lola thing. So like. I think they'll be, and if she's not going to be allies, at least she'll be like, you know what? Under normal circumstances, you wouldn't leave alive, but for this one time, you can leave, and we'll finish our fight next time. Like I think she's either going to give him a pardon or they're going to ally up.
Someone mentioned it could be like the end of the Pell Down.
I got a question for Roger.
What's up?
You know, I think it was last chapter or the chapter before when Big Mom talks about whoever Lola was going to get married to would make them Pirate King. I'll be able to stop wiping Kaido and Shanks.
Right.
Who was that?
So I am strongly of the belief that I think it's someone that has to do with Elbaf.
Right.
Because she specifically in the exact same chapter, sort of hid that she has like a history with them.
Yeah.
And she doesn't seem to have anything to do with giants. It's like she wants to sort of like make artificial giants, but she doesn't really want to fly with giants.
Like take real ones.
Pissed off. I think Lola was probably supposed to marry like the king of Elbaf or something like that, like something crazy. Yeah. And Big Mom probably from the poneglyph she has knows something about the connection between the giants.
But I want to add this then, because like that's an assumption a lot of people have jumped to.
Yeah, I agree.
But this king of the giants, how powerful or how knowledgeable must he be for you to be able to be confident I'm going to be Pirate King if I have him?
I don't think it's necessarily a power thing for the person. I think it's a power. It's like a power thing for what they have. It's like with the Vinsmoke. Judge isn't that crazy of a dude. So I think Sanji with no holding back would easily whoop Judge's ass.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, definitely.
And so I feel like it's definitely not like a power thing. I think it's more of like an asset type of thing. So maybe like we still don't know where Uranus. Maybe like she would have gotten control of Uranus through this marriage or something.
Because like I look at Kaido, he's got the Shogun of Wano Kuni under his wing.
Right.
Well, it's also trying to.
Blackbeard,
and it's not just that. How are you going to find that missing poneglyph? Because you need all four to get to Raftel. Like, there's loads of stuff.
I think that whole thing.
There's a lot of different factors. I think like Kaido, for some reason, despite Kaido being super strong, he needs like this army of smiles in order to have any sort of, I guess, advantage. And he needs this army of smiles. Big Mom wants alliances.
He doesn't need it. He just wants it.
Smiley.
I mean, he kind of, in a way.
Smiley!
I don't think he's gonna take out all the Yonko without some kind of super strong army. Because
Roger, that's something. Where's Caesar at? Like, what's he up to?
No, I am sticking to this until the moment we see Caesar again. After I heard that theory on my live stream, like when that one guy said to me, I'm like, this is totally what's gonna happen because. Even this chapter was freaking called Bropper in Wonderland. Like the Alice in Wonderland connections cannot be more clear at this point. And I totally think like Caesar's gonna do something where he could temporarily make something giant in order to like trick Big Mom, but in reality it's not gonna like stay still. And what I think is happening, I think he's making like a pastry or a candy or something that's gonna turn you temporarily big. Luffy's gonna eat it. He's gonna like have that as his power boost. He can at least like land a punch on Big Mom because right now Luffy's been slammed by everybody. I mean, like he's not unless he gets a massive power boost, he won't even be able to face. I think another like command.
Bro,
you guys know the incarnation.
How fast that
might be like no?
Do you reckon he's gonna win?
Wait. Is I think Caesar might be like, all right, here's this pastry I developed. Here you go, Big Mom. And then somehow Luffy gets his hands at it. And he's like, shut up, Caesar, you clown. Asshole, whatever, and he eats it, and Caesar's like, "What? No, I only have one. I can only make one." And then Luffy goes giant, and then Big Mom goes crazy. Like, it's gonna be something like that. It's gonna have to. Someone's gonna turn giant during this arc because they've been hyping it up too much, and the serum's too important, and I think life depends on it.
The incarnations, Big Mom's incarnations.
I agree.
Monster Chopper.
If Luffy were to turn giant, right? How?
Theory
dropping out, bro.
It takes beyond your level.
Theory, we can't hear you.
Bro.
Like, see, like
he's spitting fire right now.
This man was banished.
Theory, your mic sounds drunk right now.
Do you think Big Mom was scared of Monster Chopper?
No.
She thought he was cool. That's all.
Of course she was.
Oh yeah, the thing about like that person that Big Mom was gonna marry into her family, I think that was just a lie. I think she said the most extreme lie to just get it in Luffy's head that she's not Luffy's friend or that she never will be. But I think she's just like testing him. That wasn't true.
I can agree with that.
That's why like I said, like Kaido has the Shogun, Blackbeard has Aokiji. It's like who could that person have been? Like I think that was just a lie. That's why I think like when this is over, if she doesn't ally with them in some way, she's gonna at least forgive them, and they'll finish their fight next time, like Luffy said.
I mean, that is
lying too.
that is if we're thinking of it from a power standpoint, though. Because if we look at it from power, then of course that wouldn't make any sense. But when you think the King of Giants, right, and Giants have like an extremely long lifespan.
Whitebeard one shot.
If he was alive from God knows how long ago, like he could be able to read the poneglyphs as well. Like Robin might not be the only person.
Yeah.
So Giants are always they're always speculated that they're protecting one as well.
That was. I'll be all for the Elbath thing.
100%.
Yeah.
Because then I don't necessarily think that it's all about physical power.
I think the king has access to that hidden poneglyph. And there's not currently a king of Elbath right now.
Do you think it's just the poneglyphs keeping Big Mom? So do you think Big Mom feels like she already has the power? She just needs the poneglyphs?
I mean, if you've got all of the pieces to the map, and you've got such like her network is so vast, like she can literally find that in seconds. She's got people that can scout everywhere. I don't think anyone's got a network like her in the world of One Piece.
Yeah. True, but
so I mean, like, if anyone's doing it, it's her. As long as she's got the keys to it, she can do it.
I think
the only other thing with Big Mom and her network that like no one's really talking about, and that I think is kind of important, is that like, you know how it's always been hinted that like she knows everything. She knows everything, absolutely everything. She knows everything that's going on. And yet, she is stupidly stubborn about that freaking box from Fishman Island. Like,
exactly.
And she's very open about it. Like, I can't wait to open the Tamate Bako at the wedding. Oh, it's going to be so good. I can't wait to open this thing. The more she says that, the more I think she already knows it's a bomb.
Well, I'm so hype about it because there's three things. There's three things that it's been clearly stated that she wants. That's the cake, the wedding, and the box.
And the bomb,
so,
right?
If she like gets to the wedding now, and Pudding's already stated that she's not going to marry her, so that's one thing that she's losing out on. Two, if she was to even get to the wedding and open this box anywhere near the cake, that's another two things she's losing, because then the cake's going to get blown up along with the box. So she's going to have zero out of the three things that she wanted.
But I'm kind of thinking the cake is something she just wants to eat. The wedding itself, like, are they going to eat the cake before they have the wedding? Like the cake
remember how she acts when she doesn't get what she
wants to eat.
Right.
Yeah.
My point is that, like, I don't know. I'm like, I don't necessarily agree with this, but I think it's important at least to bring up that, like, if she's so smart about everything else, how could she not know that that thing is a bomb? Like, I feel like
Roger,
exactly.
The bomb, maybe that's why it's so important. Maybe like she wants Germa to be there and all the Vince smokes and everything, so she can kill them and get all their souls in like one blow. Like
Roger, the thing with the box and Big Mom knowing everything, like, you know, all Yonkos do know a lot about everywhere else in the world, but I think like her really knowing a lot, it's about her homies and stuff. Like the stuff on her island that's alive, it all gets back to her, the information. And I think with the box, since it was given to her, like the bomb wasn't put in whole cake, so she doesn't know what's in it. I think like she was
like,
so
it was her territory. I mean, you got to remember, Fishman Island was her territory for 2 years.
But she doesn't have homies over there. She doesn't have eyes over there like that. Like, you know what I mean? Like, she doesn't have homies every single place to see what goes on.
Guys, wait. Can I throw this out there?
At the same time, like, why would she randomly then give a shit about Baratier? Like, what? Like, if I don't know. It just makes
that's easier to know. Like you know, who's, especially if a wedding's gonna go down, it's easier to know who Sanji related to and stuff like that, and who he's close to. Because she operates that way than it is to know what's inside of a box that was sent to her as a gift.
Yeah.
Archetype, right? And it's the whole thing that she's manipulating everything, or she knows so much that she tries to manipulate everything.
Right.
When she freaks out when she couldn't eat whatever it was, and then she kills Moscato, and then Jinbei comes and feeds her. To the poneglyph, she like. I wanna like. I'll put this perspective in your heads. She already knew, right? I'm gonna lead through. So what happens is when you read the panel step by step, and it's quite funny. She's like, "Oh, hey Jinbei, thanks for the poneglyph. I can't read it. Ha ha ha." Oh wait, and then she says this. "Oh man, whole cake today. Is it your arrival at that?" And he's like, "No, I've got something to tell you." And then she's like, "My crew." Like she was trying to sweet talk him, Ario. But then when he was about to bring it up, she was like, "Is it that thing that I heard about?" Like, do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I know, but that has nothing to do with her knowing what's inside of a box.
But I just want to add, like, she's been like as soon as we've seen her character, not only did she know Luffy was on the island when she was singing about the wedding, she then knew Jinbei was going to lead the crew. She knows about the box. She knows about Sanji and the video. She set up the wanted poster nonsense with the Vinsmokes.
Pedro as well.
Everything. She knows it all.
Yeah. I agree with that. Or like all that, like, you know, she has some type of mind reading abilities where she read Jinbei's mind and Caesar's mind. But I think to me, like with the box,
Caesar as well.
He just doesn't know.
He was like, what were you doing with the giant experiments? He was like, oh, I spent it on, or he didn't say, but
I think
Luffy, they messed up for me. She's like, oh, don't worry, I've got factory right here.
You brought that stuff up, and there's one thing I want to mention because some people seem to have been confused by this. Is last chapter, not this chapter, but the chapter before. Remember, we got that little flashback with Pudding where she was like thinking about Lola.
Yeah.
One panel during that flashback where it's very clearly Pudding with the same side ponytail from the first time we saw her in Fishman Island with the same chair.
Yeah.
And I think there that it confirms now, no matter, because I know some people are like, oh yeah, she's a twin, like Lola and Chiffon. I don't think she is. I think that pretty much confirms right there. Pudding is the three.
I agree with you.
Talking about that whole thing about like don't go out into the rain. Like, is that something, or is that just like one of those?
I think that's because she had a double fruit, so they were telling her not to go out in the rain.
Yeah.
What you were saying earlier about her knowing everything before it happened, that could also have to do with Pudding and like because people theorize that she can see.
That's true about the future vision. Like she uses her as like an aid to know what's going to happen.
Exactly.
But the only thing with that is that when she talked to Jinbei and when she talked to Caesar, Pudding was nowhere there. So it's like she has that type of I don't know if it's observation hockey or whatever it is, but she's doing it on her own.
But it could have been a thing to where like she told Big Mom all these things before they even happened. Like
I don't think so. It's like
before the arc even started, she's like, Pudding, what's on your mind today? And then she's like, oh, this and this, Mama. And then she's like, oh, okay. And then she
if anyone watched ReZero, you know how Roswell and Ram always had their little talks at night, like kind of like that.
Yeah.
I guess so.
Because like Rem is way better than everybody else, man. I'm telling you right now. Rem is the best in ReZero.
Oh well, what I want to say about Sanji, like the whole thing when Sanji was in his room and he wanted to cook for Pudding and stuff. To me, like I can't take everything at face value at this, like because I think that he has his own plan he's gonna do, and I think like saying he's gonna cook for Pudding, that was a lie to tell Big Mom Soldier, but really he's cooking something to help him out. Or he has.
I'm not gonna lie to you. I've lost all faith in Sanji having a plan.
Because to me, I'm reading it and it seemed like it reminded me of like in Alabaster when he made the plan to help everybody out when they was
but that's different. He was active then. From the time I see him sitting in the corner crying, I've lost all faith that he has a plan.
All right, check this out. Look what he's doing now, right? And imagine if he just kicked that soldier guy and went crazy right then and there. You see how much more chaos he would cause? So I think that right now, right? And then another thing is that when he was with Ivankov, he was doing the recipes, all of those recipes. I think he knows a recipe that could like blow something up, or a recipe that could do something that could help him out temporarily while he goes. Because it's
that's true.
It seemed like he used this guy was giving him a rundown. So it's like Sanji analyzed the situation. He's like, Wiz, because look, we know he's not gonna cook for Pudding. It's like, so he's like, yo, where's those ingredients I asked for? They're right here. Why you don't eat this good food Big Mom has? I want what's in the bag. I'm gonna cook something for Pudding. It's a lot. You gotta like see through his deception. You gotta be a ninja.
I mean, what makes you say that you know he's not going to cook? I genuinely think that he will.
Look how he's freaking out about like, yo, I want those ingredients. Not like I want to eat with the ingredients. He wants what's in the ingredients so he can make something that's going to help him out. I don't think he's gonna like.
That's interesting.
That's interesting.
Yeah, like it's like why would he be a sitting duck and just cook for Pudding?
Honestly, the first thing I thought when I saw.
The other thing too is this is the year for Sanji, and while you are upset at him, Oda good writing tricks you. It's not gonna. If you knew everything before it happened, it would be sucky writing. So it's just like he's playing with your perception.
I have no doubt that at the end of this arc, Sanji's gonna come out with something great. Like he's gonna have some amazing development or whatever it is. I have no doubt in that. But as of now, I'm disappointed in him.
I'm not disappointed. I'm hyped because he's about to do something.
Yeah, that's
and when he's telling Sanji like, you know, the intruders is doing this and he's doing that. That's Sanji like, okay. So Brook and Pedro is doing this. Luffy's locked up. I can't count on Luffy. Chopper is like, you know, he's about to do something right now. And if you look at his face, it's like he doesn't want to take that chance because of Zeph probably, but he's about to do it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll see.
And this arc is pretty good. This arc's pretty good.
Yeah, I'm enjoying this arc right now.
I just like guys, I just don't understand. I don't understand, right? How we're gonna escape? Like I don't get it.
Oh, I know. Yeah. I for sure think there's gonna be like a massive commotion at the wedding. They're gonna jump through the looking glass, and then they'll end up back on the Thousand Sunny in the bathroom or something, and then they sail off to Wano. Like,
I think the end of this arc is gonna be like good. I don't think it's gonna be like some like retarded ass pull where they just.
I think they're gonna escape through the glass. I mean, that's been set up. Like they have. It's Alice in Wonderland. How does she leave Wonderland? She runs.
But then I want to just like then we go.
I would
Wano?
put money on this, right? I would bet my subscribers on this that they are going to escape through the looking glass. That's like. This arc.
I don't think they're going to escape. I think they're going to die.
You know how
So when we go to Wano Kuni, right? I mean, we know how many people are going to be there, but like, don't you think Big Mom's going to chase them down?
Not if they run through the mirror and they break it from behind or something. Then there's
They still follow her though.
And then
no, I mean, sail the seas to like hunt them down. I mean,
yeah, I don't know.
I just want Jimbe to come.
Who brought up that idea? I was listening to like a bunch of people's videos. Who brought up that idea that like they're gonna enter Wano by having Momo like use Zoe to break down the walls? Like I thought that was such a cool idea. Somebody brought that up, and I was like,
that'd be interesting.
Yeah, I watched that too. I don't know who said that.
Oh yeah, you know how
it wasn't Joy Boy, was it?
I think it might have been Joy Boy.
It was good. I watched the video. I was like, that is a really cool idea. That would bring Momo.
Other half of the crew.
I like that a lot.
You know how
Wano right now they've gotten up to.
They're probably killing the Shogun right now. World's probably like, "Oh, who are you? I don't care who you are." VITO.
Hey, that's another thing I've been thinking. Everybody
crazy discussion last time about Queena coming back on Wano and her being the like one of the like feudal lords or something.
Wait, so hold on.
I don't know about that.
I just wanted to ask real fast. So like, Usopp and Frankie is with Zoro and Law, or they're not with Zoro and Law?
Yeah, there was.
Yeah.
Someone said it was Sawyer. Sawyer.
Not because I just keep hearing people
Sawyer.
say.
Yeah, it was Sawyer. You're right. It was Sawyer who said it. Yeah.
I just keep hearing people say Zoro and Law, like it's just Zoro and Law.
No, it's like Zoro's entire crew plus Zoro plus Robin.
Yeah, it's Zoro, Law, the Heart Pirates, Frankie, Robin, and Usopp.
Like the way Kinemon and Kanjuro as well.
Everybody assumes that Zoro is going to fight the Shogun, but we got Frankie who has the Frankie Shogun.
Yep.
Yo,
think about it.
Shogun versus the real Shogun.
Think about it. Nobody ever. Everybody.
Yo, Brago, I got a question.
But we got the Shogun, literally.
Okay, on a scale from 1 to 10.
Zoro's going to have to fight on Wano. Zoro's going to have to fight Roronoa. Like, I don't know what the dude's name would be, but something.
What's Zoro's bounty right now?
Roronoa Zero.
And Wano or
He's going to have to fight his real daddy.
Whose bounty is higher? Usopp's or Zoro's?
Zoro's.
Well, I still want to see. Like, I know it's gonna be more funny stuff with Law calling Usopp God and Frankie being mad. Because Law's gonna be treating it like Zoro's first in command and like Usopp is second.
Second in command, yeah. Frankie's like,
oh, wow. That's
that would be funny. And like, Usopp would totally jump on that as well. He'd be like, yeah, I'm second in command.
Yeah, exactly. So like if Law and Zoro goes to do something, he's gonna be like, God, you take care of the rest of the crew.
He's gonna rub it in.
You're in charge.
He's gonna bring out the
I can totally see.
That is absolutely something Oda would do. I like that a lot.
Until the Marines come around,
when
they're like, shut up.
Like at what time? Like next year? It's gonna be a year or like toward the end of the year.
July.
I think it's like mid-year.
I think it's like mid.
No, there's a very specific reason why I think it's going to happen in July, because July is the exact 20th anniversary of One Piece, and if you time up exactly Whole Cake Island from when that guy said it's 50% over, it's if you add the exact amount of chapters where it was exactly 50%, that brings you into June. That gives us a couple extra chapters of break weeks, and then boom, lands you right in the middle of July. During the 20th anniversary, the big 20th anniversary arc is Wano. And that's something we know Oda's been wanting to do for a very long time. That's something else I would put money on, that Wano begins in July for the 20th anniversary.
Also, the sakura trees blossom in July.
Ooh.
Oh yeah, and like another thing with Caesar, remember how Big Mom said she made an exact replica of the old lab?
Yeah.
I still think Caesar's best bet is to like team up with Luffy to leave. So I think he's gonna make like another big explosion or something.
Yo.
To, like,
But the thing is, I want to add this though. Like,
what if Luffy
I
eats
thought you
the
were gonna go
lamb?
with that, like, listen, it's an exact replica of Punk Hazard. Here's this new version of Virgo and Monet that just happened to be.
Caesar's time limit. Caesar's time limit.
This is a really good idea. Somebody's posted
Use like the German double six technology to clone Virgo and Monet.
That would confirm all those theories that they're coming back and joining the crew or whatever.
Bro,
a lot of people don't like Caesar, but I like Caesar, man.
Yeah. Well, what do you guys think about Stairs versus Kuina rematch? Someone just said that in the chat.
There's like some giant stairs to the Shogun battle, and then like she fails again.
Well, it's gonna be Kaido. Kaido's gonna have the stairs.
What if Luffy eats the factory?
I have to leave you behind. The stairs got you, bro.
Kaido was the stairs all along.
It's gonna be like Kuina. It's gonna be Kuina standing over the Shogun.
Kaido's got the
final
blow.
It's gonna be Kuina standing over the Shogun, about to take the final blow to kill him, and then the Shogun just dodges, and she just falls down the stairs and kills herself.
Stay away from stairs.
Kaido has the trip fruit.
Zoro's gonna be fighting Kuina. Kuina's gonna be winning the whole match or whatever, but towards the end, Zoro's gonna be backing up, and she's gonna be on him like clunk, 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 clunk. He's gonna fight her down some stairs. They're gonna clash down the stairs.
This is why they call him 100 Beast Kaido, because he has the stair fruit, and each step is a different animal.
Nah, to me though, she should versus Zoro again, and she should win. Like, you know, it's cool that Zoro doesn't want to lose again, but he can't not lose again just because he doesn't want to. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah. Dude, Kaido's Awakening is gonna be like that movie of SpongeBob where like they're walking down the stairs and all the sea monsters are beneath them.
You're going to go by.
Oh yeah, but the only way she's beating Zoro is if Ivankov turned into a man, or if she has a double fruit though. Other than that, Zoro's gonna win. So I think she's gonna get turned into a man, or she is gonna have a double fruit.
No.
Huh?
Women can't be powerful? Is that what you're saying?
It's not that I said that. She said it herself. She said over time.
You do live in a post-Trump world now.
Nah, Roger. She said it herself.
Like, I got titties,
she said I'm
so
stronger than you now, but because I'm a girl and you're a boy, you're gonna be stronger than me. Like later on. So that's what I'm talking.
Yo, what if the person who built the red line was Donald Trump?
Oh man!
Donald Trump was one of the
Donald Trump, right? He could be one of the
he's
Donald Trump.
He's the
Donald Trump
Gorosei.
could be one of the Gorosei.
All the Gorosei are based on like real world people.
Donald D. Trump, dude. Donald D. Trump for sure.
What if when we finally see Joy Boy, he looked just like Donald Trump?
You have seen Joy.
No, Green Bull, because they all look like famous people. Green Bull would look like Donald Trump.
Huge.
His ultimate attack is grab him by the pussy.
It does double damage
that's
to
how
female
whole cake
characters.
ends. You just figured out whole cake ends. Green Bull comes to the wedding. Green Bull that's it.
Green Bull grabs Big Mom by the
pussy. She having admiral level children.
That's it.
Oh yeah.
Wait, Cody, what were you asking? Wonder, what were you asking me? You were asking me something.
Oh yeah, I was asking who do you think is stronger, Sanji or Virgo?
Sanji's stronger. Probably Sanji.
Well, Cody, let me ask you a better question. Why do you sleep on Jack so much?
Me?
Wow.
Yeah, how strong do you think Jack is?
Taekwon, I was asking.
Me, man, I'm not about this. Come on, don't do this.
Taekwon, I was asking, what do you think about Virgo versus Sanji?
And Punk has it. Sanji had zero chance.
Where's your proof, though?
And check this out. My proof is that
this is when we get to bone density again.
Virgo was not using hockey.
That's why he did it.
The blows that he sent at Sanji, but Sanji's shin still cracked. But when you see Virgo fighting Smoker into Sheik, he was using hockey. So, you know, just Virgo playing around with Sanji cracked his shins. I don't think at that point in the story Sanji could win. But right now, though, Sanji's probably, you know, he's probably on that level now. Maybe he's not on that level. I don't know. But I know that at Punk Hazard for sure, he had no chance. Right now, if he was to face Virgo
I'm in agreement with Ty.
I
think invisible
what about
hockey
bone density?
exists.
What about bone density?
What
about the bone density, though?
Don't ask troll questions. Right?
That's not scientific study.
See, and then like If I flip out and start calling everybody in here fanboys, and I'm wrong then.
Yeah, well, you are wrong.
I'm just joking though. But I don't know about the bone density thing.
To get back on topic.
Like the stream, people.
It's over.
Oh,
you
man.
always
I want to talk about Wano, even if we go off stream. Do you guys even realize how many people are going to be on Wano Kuni? There's going to be the Samurai, the Minx, Marco, and whoever else Marco brings. Luffy, Kid, Law,
I think Black Cat, Kuro gonna be there. Don Krieg is gonna be there. Arlong.
Why do you think that's why they're looking for him, Ty?
Yeah, that's
the whole reason they're looking for him.
Oh, okay. What? You know what? He could be on Wano because Ace was on Wano too. You know, Ace has roots in Wano.
Yeah,
I feel like we sleep on. I feel like
he's
we
on
sleep
some
on
island
Marco.
somewhere, but Inarashi's gone to go look for him to bring him to Wano.
Yeah, to bring him to Wano to help out.
We sleep on Marco.
I thought Inarashi's on Zoe.
Oh, Nekamamushi.
Yeah.
I got him.
We all predict that Wano is going to be better than Whole Cake, right?
Oh, for sure. Yeah.
Wano, do you I don't agree with that. I don't agree with that.
No, because Jack's going to be there.
I don't. Well,
Hey,
say it again, Cody. Say it again.
Jack's going to be there. I don't want Wano.
We don't know if like, all right now
we skip Wano?
Big Mom is on Whole Cake. We don't know if Wano is just the Shogun and Jack. We don't know what's up with that. Like,
dude, Jack's gonna be dead.
What if it's just the Shogun and it's not been in Whole Cake?
I heard the idea,
funny,
right?
It's funny.
I heard the idea that, like, what if we go to Wano and it's just the Shogun and Kaido's just roaming around like he always does, and we don't actually get to see him?
They're gonna have like Jack impaled.
That laugh was like, please no.
Wait, I just want to talk about. Hold on. I want to talk about One Piece episode 767 really quickly.
That was a good episode.
Right.
That was a great episode.
Yeah, go ahead and praise it, right?
What episode is that?
The
most recent one.
No, like what happened? Because like not for nothing.
Raizo was safe. The revelation that Raizo was
safe. Oh yeah.
It was so well done, man.
The soundtrack, though. The soundtrack.
Oh my god.
Oh, good.
Yo, I love in that part.
It was very good. I was very impressed.
When you see Zoro's face after they're like,
yeah.
It looks like he literally looks.
The funniest part, right, was when was it Sicilian? Like everybody's like, okay, walking away. All right. And he comes out of nowhere, and he's just loud.
He just screams, bro.
Oh, but nah. Oh, man. And how they just did it.
I can't wait until they animate like little bits and pieces of Blackbeard versus Marco or whatever.
Oh yeah,
how they show that?
Yeah, it's gonna look so cool.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. By the way, back to what we were talking about before. I can bet you $100 that Kaido will be in Wano and that we're going to be fighting Kaido and Wano.
Oh, strongest,
like without a doubt.
You know,
I don't know, bro. Because like, listen,
wait,
we have to take out the three calamities and whoever else is there, the Shogun and however other strong samurai are on his side.
Yeah.
And then take on Kaido, like it's a lot.
Okay, but the thing is, okay, first off, you already named like the fucking 500 people that Luffy has.
Yeah, I know. We got big.
It's probably gonna be every single supernova there. Like, there's already like 7 that are like almost for sure gonna be there. So might as well just bring them all.
Bro, Fantalk should chill, yo.
The big
Queen is dead.
pirates
Queen is
are
like.
starting to look like the Don Quixote pirates.
Fool, the only reason I disagree with you about they're gonna fight Kaido for sure on Wano is that if you look at this arc, right, and how Luffy couldn't even mess with Cracker, right? I don't think that they Kaido's still a Yonko, and I don't think that they'll do any better against Kaido. You get what I'm saying? If they struggle against Big Mom, how they gonna beat Kaido?
Right, and let's say it was like Cracker, Smoothie, and Potato Starch versus Kaido. I could see that, but like Luffy just isn't one of those guys yet. So I don't see how like 5 of them is even an equal match to Kaido, like at all in any way.
I still say Worm Dog is Potato Starch.
It'd have to be them stalling him until everyone beats their respective bad guy, and then everyone versus Kaido.
Yeah, like Wano's gonna literally be so disgusting. Like you know how you know in MMORPGs, yeah, how like you get them public events where everyone in the world just like crowds around it. That's what Wano's gonna be. Like Kaido's that massive boss.
Dude, I think that'd be so cool. But no, like okay, you guys are also forgetting that this is the verse 4 Yonko saga. Like you can't like forget that part about it.
That means
I didn't say we're not gonna take him out, but I'm saying the supernovas alone isn't enough.
Yeah, I think
Pharaoh got muted.
Well, I mean, I don't really know if like they're gonna take him out or not, but I'm just saying like he's definitely gonna be probably the main antagonist in Wano. Whether we take him out or not, I don't know.
But we still got to deal with Jack.
I feel like it's gonna be a strategic win.
How?
Like,
wait. So look. So how are we gonna deal?
You ain't got no say in this. I remember you telling me months ago, Luffy was
Man.
going to Kaido.
It's not what I said.
Bro, okay, the thing is we have so many allies. Like, it's crazy. Like, okay, you could literally pit like 3 people up against like.
So you saying Marco gonna fight Jack?
I mean, it could be like Marco,
like,
Frank.
oh yeah, I was waiting for this, Jack.
Well, think about how big
Blackbeard made me look bad.
They mentioned Marco's name amongst the Yonkos when they were talking about who was going to take down Teach.
Yeah,
Kaido's gonna have a huge crew.
I think we sleep on Marco.
A ton of people.
They like
Plus
the
his
girls
allies.
say were like out of anybody, Marco and the remaining white pirates the most to deal with.
A lot of people.
But hold on, but I think something changed because the Cat Viper said, whoa, hold on. Just because we get Marco, our chances of beating Kaido are still slim to none. So I think Marco barely makes a difference the way that they were saying it. Like that's put it like this. Kaido is so strong. They said Marco barely makes like. They still don't.
Yeah, like Marco is literally like us getting potato starch on our team. Essentially, like it's a massive help, but it's not everything.
Yeah, I think it'll help out a lot when it comes to like the commander stage, because I think if he's capable of 1v1ing one of the calamities, then that will help us a lot trying to take out the other two, because we'll have more people to focus on them. And then Kaido is just going to be a mess.
You know what Marco is like, based off what they were saying? You know how like when you play an RPG game, right? You could get a strong character, but he'll be on like level 12. You got to level him up. But the rest of your crew is on like level 35.
I think Caesar is going to be a major trump card during this arc, because Caesar has like the weakness to smile. He has the weakness to like awake. He knows like everything about.
Yeah, I agree with Cody on that one.
And the giant, the giant stuff like the serum, I totally agree. Yes.
Not just that. He was like he awakened. Remember Smiley? Remember the whole Smiley thing?
Yeah, Smiley.
He like gave Smiley that gigantic candy, and it like awakened him sort of. He might have like a reverse awakening, like pellet or something, and that might kind of downgrade Kaido a little bit, and maybe it'll take away like his durability.
Like an anti-rumble ball.
Sort of, yeah. It might take away like Jack's durability and stuff, and in that case,
that's why I don't think Kaido's crew is anywhere near as strong as Big Mom's, because like with Big Mom, she seems to have like such versatility with the amount of people, like how their devil fruits are. Whereas Kaido, we all know they're all Zoans. We know the majority of them are smart fruits. Like if you were to plan an attack on Kaido, you know that they're all zones, so you know their weakness already.
Kaido's crew is not all zones, though.
It's like if Pokemon had like a whole team of fire types, you know, you just bring a water type in here.
Yeah, that's exactly what I mean. Exactly.
No, but hold on.
Well, Kaido's like a
tank does not have a whole crew full of Zoans, though. That's the thing.
I think he does. I mean, it's
well, hold on. All right, here's the thing. I used to think he does, but the thing is that he doesn't, because when we see Scratchman Apu, he's like Lord Kaido, and he's not a Zoan. So it's like,
right, but Scratchman Apu was not like part of his original army. They joined for like the.
Yeah,
but
true,
like, that's like a forced alliance. It was either join up under him or get killed like Kid. Like,
all right, Devil Leg brings up a good point as well. Wait, Devil Leg brings up a good point as well. That one which X Drake fought, Iron Boy Scotch with the machine gun arm, he wasn't as well.
I think.
Yeah, so that's what I'm saying. Another thing is that like for that guy not to be a Zoan and for Apu not to be a Zoan, that means Kaido he's letting people in his crew no matter what. If not, he would just have Zoans only, but since that's not the case, you get what I'm saying? Like, why have one or two?
He said fruit power, like power users, like devil fruit users. So it could just be.
That's why. I think that's why because like those original people in his crew that never had like a devil fruit, he gave them the smiles as a gift, hence the name Gifters.
Yeah.
Also, with the Scotch.
Whichever one's stronger, you know, their name is based on like how he sees them in the crew.
And then the other thing too is the gifts, the pleasures. They're still fodder. Like he didn't give no top tier people no smile devil fruit. So like we don't know what his crew is. It's like we haven't seen him yet. So here's the thing: we're saying Big Mom crew is strong now, but I remember Big Mom crew looked weak because all we seen was Tamagos and Peckham. So you got to give Kaido's crew a chance. We've seen Jack so far, and Jack is a beast, and I know the rest of his crew is gonna be a beast too. He has X Drake on his crew. X Drake is way better than Capone.
Also, even though I think a lot of people might not like this, but like I feel like Wano is gonna be a bunch of like team fights, like 3 versus 1 and shit like that.
Definitely.
People are not gonna like that, but I think that's awesome.
I think that would be so cool. Like this would be my favorite fight in the entire series. Imagine this fight: Zoro, Killer, and Law versus the Shogun.
Yeah, I think it's gonna be a lot like Thriller Bark a little bit, like with the Oars. Everybody's gonna be fighting. I think everybody's gonna try to fight Kaido at first, but they're not gonna do anything to him. And then they're gonna find like a weakness, like the salt.
I feel like they're gonna use the fusion technique.
What I think happens is like after everything is done, I think Kid attacks Luffy. I do think Kid attacks Luffy.
Hear me out.
They're gonna use the docking.
You remember how Brownbeard and all those other centaurs, they were created using Law's devil fruit ability, right?
Yeah.
So the crocodile's legs weren't moving on their own free will, were they? Brownbeard was controlling them, right?
Yeah.
So if he can put together Luffy, Zoro, and Sanji, what did that create? A different kind of animal.
I'd love that. Law like merges them all together.
Yeah.
Oh, it'll be like Frankie's docking. Remember?
Yeah, man.
Robin won't like it, but she's a broad. Nobody cares.
I still think we're gonna get Gundam Luffy with Eustace One. Luffy.
But I was saying
they're
that
really gonna need
Alpha,
like
if it's a 3v3 fight or whatever, or team up fight, I think Kid attacks Luffy after everything is done. Or
that'd be crazy.
Well, to be honest, I think it's gonna happen even before. Like
They're not gonna be able to move after it's done.
I think Luffy would. I think
Everyone
Luffy
should be exhausted, right?
No,
Everyone should be dead.
Listen, there's no way they're gonna sit there and have a nice cup of tea with each other. Like
No, they're
they're
not.
at each other's throat.
I think Luffy definitely won't be able to move. We know Luffy won't be able to move. Maybe
he'll probably be in a coma.
Do you guys think Luffy's bringing out Gear 5th in Wano? Because like you know how I thought that there would be some sort of time skip coming up. Like I think we need, especially seeing this Yonko thing, I think we need some sort of training arc at least, yeah. But
I'm still on that time skip train.
Seeing as they've said that we're going straight to Wano after this, we've got no time for any time skip, no time for much training.
But see, that's why.
Do you think he's capable of pulling out Gear 4 at Wano?
That's why I don't think we're fighting a Yonko on Wano. I think that like this arc, the attention will probably shift from Big Mom to Germa or whatever, and on Wano it'll shift to the Shogun. I don't think Kaido and maybe Jack. I don't think
But then
he's gonna.
That seems like way too much dodging.
Yeah,
it's like you're dodging too many Yonkos in the 4-year arc.
Has anybody ever played God of War 3? Because I think it's gonna be just like that. They get to the mountaintop and they just get shot down.
I see it like you. I see it like you. Like he might not be there originally, but he might turn up like late in the arc.
Yeah.
Yeah, but the thing is though, like say like if they avoid Big Mom this arc, right, and they beat Kaido next arc, right? That means that Luffy's gonna become a Yonko, and from that point on, it's like the whole story is almost over now, pretty much because he's Yonko.
Wait.
It's not that.
How does it mean that?
Simple.
No, I know it's not that simple, but look how big of a. That's almost like if Luffy beats Kaido, he becomes a Yonko. That's like.
Okay, hold on. The entire point. Wait. The entire point of going to Wano is to defeat Kaido and free Wano from the Kaido and the Shogun. So like. That like you're defeating the purpose of Wano if Kaido isn't there.
No, because but Kaido doesn't have to be there in order for them to defeat the Shogun. Free
Why
Wano
would have to be there for them
over that island.
Wait, Ty. Not only that though, you're saying if Luffy beats Kaido, it's not going to be Luffy beating Kaido. It's going to be Luffy and all of these other people beating Kaido.
Even if he does it, that the way that works out, just like Luffy got the Luffy and Law beat Dofi, but everybody went under Luffy for the fleet. So if Luffy becomes a Yonko, that means he could have his fight with Big Mom.
That was part of that was part of Law's decision as well to let everyone go under Luffy. Like Law even said, this is Luffy's victory. So, if they were to beat Kaido, if they were to beat Kaido, right? The world government isn't just going to say, "Oh yeah, Luffy did all of this." The world government isn't going to look at it like that. They're going to see all of these people going up against this one Yonko.
The world government looked at them both as equal. Like, we're gonna give y'all both the same bounty. It was Bartho and everybody that was like, Luffy, and they went under Luffy. Law had no control over that. Law was probably mad about that they all went under Luffy, but whatever, not too mad.
I don't think there's gonna be to be honest, I think there's gonna be a third party that helps out. Like some unseen characters, like Princess Moria, for example. Like we know he's gonna be there, but more like other Morias, like other characters we know or haven't seen yet, they're gonna be there. They're gonna help out too, or they're gonna be against this also.
Like I know more stuff can happen.
Telling me like X Drake's gonna join us, Apu's gonna join us. That's what I thought originally.
Yeah,
I think they're gonna be villains too. Like we're gonna have to fight them as well.
Yeah, I can see.
Yeah, all I'm saying is that I think we're gonna have so much help that they're not gonna be able to stick it just on Luffy. Like for example, for all we know, Blackbeard could show up last minute, kill Kaido and steal his devil fruit the same way he did with Whitebeard. But so if that happens, are you still going to say, "Oh yeah, Luffy did it. Let's make him a Yonko now"?
I think the jump is kind of necessary though, because this is like turning point of the entire series almost. I mean, think about it. We're having so I feel like Kaido needs to be that starting point for Luffy in a way, because right now he's just way too weak. Like he's getting wrecked by everyone. He's getting wrecked by commanders. Beating Kaido might be super far-fetched, but at the same time, how is he going to get to Pirate King level? Like
Yeah, I agree.
That's a
I
goal
agree.
he needs to reach like soon because we're at the almost the 3/4 point of the entire story. Like we got to start wrapping it up, kind of.
Yeah,
And
I agree with you that he needs.
If he just has like the entire alliance take care of Kaido, and it's just like he barely gets any power, and he's still not even Yonko level, like what's he gonna do? Is he gonna sit around and do push-ups for another 5 years and be like, oh, I'm Pirate King now? Okay.
No, but that's what I'm saying. I agree with you that he needs like a starting point, and this will be his starting point. Like being Kaido will be his starting point, but it's not him that's going to do it himself. Like as a group, they're going to realize like even with this many people, they're struggling. So then that, like as you guys said, you wanted like Luffy to learn from this arc, right? But I don't think he's going to learn from it because we've got no time for that. We're going to go straight onto Wano. He's going to struggle like hell against Kaido, and then that's where he's going to learn. That's what he's going to sit and think, shit, okay, I need to get stronger.
So then who's going to beat to like kind of prove himself?
Then I think Big Mom's who's going down second because he's talking hella shit with Big Mom right now. So he's going to talk shit to her. They're going to move on, defeat Kaido. Then he's coming straight back for her head afterwards.
To me, this is like, you know how in Naruto, when Itachi and Kisame first came, right? And they had clashes with Kakashi, and then they had clashes with Jiraiya, but nobody died. I think that's what Luffy's doing with Big Mom right now. And that's what's going to happen on Zo. Like, I mean, on Wano. Like, I don't think Kaido's not going to fall. Like, but then later, you know, after that, they had Naruto Shippuden. Then that's when all the Akatsuki started falling. Like, I think the Yonkos are gonna fall later, but I don't think right now. I think for right now,
I think a better example might be like Thriller Bark. Once again, you had everybody fighting Oars, but it was only like when Luffy came in and kind of like settled everything that you know, Oars was beaten, and then he beat Moria 1v1. I feel like something similar to that will happen. He's obviously going to have help from the Alliance, but I feel like if we prioritize the Alliance way too much, then there's not enough growth for Luffy, who's the main character, and he's going to have to again.
I mean, I'm thinking it from like the point of view as when you've got people like Marco there, you've got people like Nekomamushi, all of them people like Nekomamushi and Inarashi, they've been sailing with Roger. You've got people like Marco who was Whitebeard's first mate, all of that stuff. Could you really then chalk that down to Luffy's victory when you've got these OG people, OG pirates?
Igarashi and Nekomamushi also said that they would be fighting. They would try to rematch like Jack or whatever. I think they will be fighting the Calamities and whoever else is on Kaido's crew. Plus, Kaido probably has an alliance like Whitebeard. Whitebeard's alliance was huge.
Well,
so you're gonna have a lot of powerhouses there.
You see how big
so how many people do you think are going to be like take down Kaido? Like how many people do you think it will be? So
I think it's going to be
there's like 50 of them there. How many
probably
do you think?
The core supernovas. Whoever like.
I think it'll take like 5 supernovas. Yeah.
I want to add this as well, guys, because I know a lot of people don't agree with that whole repeat arc theory or that whole thing where like these arcs are supposed to be the next level up of the previous arcs before the time skip. But if Wano's going to be the equivalent to Thriller Bark, like Kaido's going to be that Oars dude that like everyone's going to have to team up and defeat, yada yada, it's going to be the return of Moria because you know it's the equivalent. At the end, when Kuma showed up on Thriller Bark, is that when Weeble is going to show up?
See, but the thing about that,
if anything, that's Blackbeard.
Blackbeard.
I thought Blackbeard.
I think it's Weeble.
Still in Kaido's devil
Not
fruit.
only is Marco there, Luffy's there. Everyone Weeble's looking for is there.
I mean, I still think that Blackbeard's trying to get a third one. Like he's got a Yonko level Logia, he's got a Yonko level Paramecia. If he gets Kaido's fruit as well, he'll have a Yonko level Zone too.
I agree because he's got the strongest Paramecia, the strongest Logia. He's gonna want Kaido's, and Kaido's thing. If the immortality is tied to his fruit, Blackbeard's whole thing is he negates the devil fruits.
I'm not sure about the multiple fruit theory there, man.
Everybody, they weaken Kaido down enough where then Blackbeard swoops in, steals the devil fruit last minute, gets away, Weeble's there, then that brings us to Shanks, and then boom, we've got all four of the young. Roger, actually want to.
I think the strongest Paramecia
like,
is
it could be both. If it's the next level up, it could be Weeble and Blackbeard, because not only does Weeble's mom want to kill Marco, but Weeble himself wants to fight Blackbeard.
Right.
So if he was there also, it makes perfect sense.
Yeah, I can see that.
To me though, like it would be cool if Blackbeard had Kaido's fruit, but I think that like if he happened to take Marco's fruit, right, that would be all he needs, because like you know how he takes double the damage. Marco fruit would allow him regeneration, and he would still be a beast.
I mean, but then when you think if his immortality is tied to his fruit as well, then
I don't think the mortality is tied to his fruit though.
If I think it's like a magic then he wouldn't need the regeneration. But I see what you're saying. But then again, I can't imagine Blackbeard with like a blue and gold phoenix unless like the flames turn black for him or something like that.
Well,
Like,
check this
if
out,
it was
though.
black and gold flames, then that would be sick. Like,
Well,
out, though. You know
in the
how, like,
SBS, Oda did make the point in naming them the blue flames of a generation, so there probably is different colors.
You know how like when Ace was using, I mean when Saba was using Ace powers, he used it a little bit different. Like just it's not if Blackbeard does have it, it wouldn't be like it would still be blue, but it's not gonna be like how it was with Marco. He'll have his own way or whatever of using it.
Yeah, it won't be all elegant.
I don't know though, like because I see it as like he's got the strongest of each thing. It would only make sense to get the strongest zone as well.
That's like OD though, because that's like saying he might as well get the strongest King's Hockey, and he just might as well get. It's like how was Luffy gonna beat that?
But then that's what I'm thinking. Though, if Blackbeard is like the late game competitor, then he's gonna need to be OP.
Another thing too is that like
he's
if
gonna
he
need to be
does have Marco's fruit, right? He has Tatch's darkness fruit, Whitebeard's shake fruit or whatever, Quake, and then he'll have Marco's fruit. It's like he has the trifecta of the like the three strongest fruits in the Whitebeard pirates. You get what I'm trying to say?
How much do you like Marco, man? Come on.
I don't. This has nothing to do with. I don't even like Marco. You know what I'm saying? This has
like you know how each fruit has an awakening, right? Like imagine if Blackbeard got one of each, and like the awakening combines to be something on a whole new scale. Like that would be fucking insane. And like Blackbeard's the only one I would know to have that knowledge of devil fruit since he had the book. Like I know Sanji read it back in the day, but he was a kid, so I don't even know if he understood it like that.
See how teach no more than we do.
Yo, Siri, somebody just insulted Skypia in the chat.
See how they said that, like, you know, Marco being here doesn't change things that much. We'll still have a hard time beating Kaido, right?
Yeah.
But this was the same Marco that he did good against Akainu or whatever. So, like, if Blackbeard did take his fruit and nerf him some, it will all fit in and make sense. So it's like, you know, they even said that, you know, I think I know where Marco might be, and he's been in hiding or whatever. So he probably doesn't have his fruit. He's in hiding, so he's not as strong as what he used to be.
Yeah, but you kind of just contradicted yourself.
How?
You were saying that if Marco's fruit's strong enough, then obviously it might be of some use against Kaido, right?
I don't remember.
You're saying that it's strong. You're saying no, but I'm saying you're saying that it's strong enough for him to take. If it was strong enough for him to take, why would it be so useless against Kaido? Yeah.
No, I mean that when the Cat Viper said that, hey Luffy, don't get too happy or whatever. You know, just because we have Marco, our chances of winning is still slim to none. I mean that he's probably talking about like a Marco without his double fruit, because you know how does he go from like being as strong as he was at Marineford, right, to he's not even going to be a help against Kaido? That makes no sense unless
that one kick he did was really devastating and really shook up everything. Yeah, I think that one little kick that he did to Kizaru, which barely did anything, I think it's really going to demolish Kaido, man.
Exactly that.
He's going to one-shot Kaido.
Everyone was nerfed at Marineford. I don't think you can use that as an example, Ty.
It's not that they were nerfed.
You don't have to troll about it. The thing is that, like, all right, like Whitebeard commit like Marco, Jozu is mad strong. Like Marco and Jozu is just as strong as probably as Potato Starch and
yeah, I agree they're strong, but we never saw anything from them at Marineford to judge. Like, I don't like when people use that as an example, because that war was a joke. War was a joke.
Over like
I don't even like the admirals. How are you saying I'm fanboying?
Oh my god!
I don't even like the admirals.
No, I'm saying that like you know how strong it's like, all right, when characters like Marco, when characters like Virgo, when characters like Ace, when characters like
so we disagree with you, we're fanboys.
When certain characters do certain things, y'all overlook it. But as soon as an admiral does something, y'all hyping it up like crazy. So it's like Marco showed how strong he was.
I just said to you, everybody was nerfed at Marineford. I'm talking about admirals, commanders, Whitebeard himself. I'm talking about everyone. Everyone was nerfed at Marineford. So we can't use that as an example. We can't just say we can't just say, oh yeah, Marineford, this happened. We never saw nothing.
The problem with saying that you can't use that is that Marineford was a lot of chapters. So you think Oda showed us all of those chapters for no reason? No, he showed us to like we got all those chapters to give us.
Look at the Whitebeard that we saw. Right, he struggled to save his crew member from a couple admirals. They were the only ones actually putting up a fight. Look at what Cracker did to Gear 4th Luffy.
He
fodderized most of Luffy. That's disgusting.
That Whitebeard was old, sick, and dying. So what? Like that's different. That Whitebeard.
All right. So if that Whitebeard was old, sick, and dying, how does that affect Marco and them lot? They still didn't perform very well.
Well, Marco got cuffs put on him after a while, so it's like he still did.
How are you letting that happen to you?
Some guy with mad arms grabs him up. What are you talking about? Like,
Yo, Ty, the ultimate matchup: Virgo versus Marco. Who would win?
Marco.
Are you sure about that? Sure about Virgo?
I gave an answer. If you want to investigate the answer more, you could. But I gave my answer.
Wait, what's the argument though? I'm still confused.
I'm just I'm comparing his two favorite people that he always argues about.
No, I don't. Check this out. I said Marco let us down. Nobody wanted to agree with me that Marco let us down. I don't like no character to the point I'm gonna like overhype them. Like right now, Marco's a scrub right now with Smoker. So it's like, you feel what I'm saying? I'm not gonna overhype Marco.
Wait, did you say Smoker is stronger than Marco? What?
No. I said he's a scrub right now, like Smoker. I'm not saying that Smoke is stronger. But the only thing about them is that like they've been taking these L's like back to back. So it's like, they got to get some W's. And then here's the thing though. I'm not saying that they're scrubs for the rest of the series. Oda might as well kill them. But like right now, they both haven't been performing well. They've been like taking L after L.
Yeah.
Now see, I don't even think of it as their scrubs. I just think of it like when Oda makes them take an L, he does it to show off someone else's power. Like when they took an L in the payback wars, that was to show off Blackbeard, not to show how weak they were, if that makes any sense.
Yeah, they hyped too.
Like it was more or less to show power as instead of weakness. Yeah.
I don't think, because it's like, all right, but then the same thing could be said for Ace. When Ace versus Blackbeard, that was more that showcased Blackbeard, but it's like that's an excuse though. The winner's the winner, the loser's the loser. So Marco lost either way you put it.
I would tie on the fact that they've been underperforming, but it doesn't mean that they're weak.
That's never even Sabo pre-Devil Fruit. So it's like that's not even a good argument.
Wait, what? What did you say?
I said Ace at his best, in his prime, at his best, was not even as good as Sabo pre-Devil Fruit.
Yeah, see, that's what I'm saying. Like everyone Marine Fall and below was
nerfed.
I'm not sure.
Because Oda even said that Ace had Haki, but yet we never saw it.
Yeah, I don't know.
I want to add, right? If you go back and watch Ace versus Blackbeard, Ace was actually a monster.
Yeah, I made a video on it.
Yeah, but that was also Blackbeard pre-everything.
Blackbeard had like a massive hacks against Ace, kind of.
Yeah, the Darkness Fruit.
Like a huge hacks.
But Sabo pre-Devil Fruit doesn't have a Devil Fruit, so he's not affected by any of that. He kicks the shit out of Blackbeard. Game over.
Wait, check this out, Roger.
Well, that's matchups.
You're right.
It
was
matchups.
No, yeah, I'm not saying it's not just matchups. Like for that, totally. But my point is that like I feel like Sabo pre-Devil Fruit, being second command of the Revolutionary Army, is probably stronger than Ace at his prime.
I don't think so, because it's like you gotta remember that Ace, right? I'm not gonna say he awoke into his Devil Fruit, but he pretty much had mastery of his Devil Fruit, right? Ace had King's Haki at a young age too. He probably had the other Haki too. But remember that flashback when they told Sabo when we first seen Sabo using Haki at 16, right?
Yeah.
And they told Sabo that, hey, you remind us of that other kid. He declined to be a warlord or whatever. You're almost as good as him. You're gonna be the leader of the revolutionary pretty soon. But you see how they said you're almost as good as him. They didn't say like you're better than him. So I think that like Ace at that point, like, he was close to Ace, but I think Ace had a little edge over him. It's just that we didn't get to see his Haki because at that point in the story, Haki wasn't shown to us. But Ace having King's Haki is almost like Luffy's having King's Haki now, to where you see he has the other Haki too. So I think Sabo with a fruit maybe, but I don't think Sabo without his Haki, without his Devil Fruit is stronger than Ace. I don't want to know what happened with the movie, but in that Heart of Gold, was that Sabo with his fruit or was that Sabo without his fruit? Or nobody knows.
What do you mean?
I don't know. I haven't seen it.
The Heart of Gold movie.
I think he had the fruit, right?
Guys, I've not seen the movie, so I don't want to.
No.
No one has to.
I said I don't want to hear nothing about
King Leo Bazooka.
I just want to know if Sabo had his fruit because he fought Rob Lucci.
Yeah, he did have his fruit.
Oh, he had his fruit. Okay.
No spoilers.
But yeah, I wanted to add like Sabo's like hacking and stuff is definitely great. Like it's like how Luffy, he trained in his Devil Fruit first and then got Haki. Ace was probably the same, and now it's the reverse. Sabo trained up his Haki and now got a Devil Fruit.
Yeah, I agree.
I think that's the best way to do it.
Wait, are we arguing if Ace
on your Devil Fruit
Sabo right now Sabo right now is stronger than Ace pre-time skip?
Yes.
I think so.
Okay, I think I'm gonna settle this. I'm gonna settle
think
this
so.
with a straw poll, like usual.
I don't feel like that's.
Well, it's kind of you don't even need to. It's kind of obvious.
No one
If
gets
I think
Ace-
they were
if
arguing
Ace was like,
right there.
Let's say Ace fought Sabo and they both had the Mera no Mi.
Sabo
Ace
keeps
would be better at the Mera no Mi, but Sabo would beat him based on Haki.
Sabo's way
Yeah,
stronger.
Sabo beat him.
not even a question. Yeah.
I think they were talking about who was
Yeah.
stronger pre-time skip.
I mean, pre-time skip is Ace. Yeah, pre-time
Ace,
skip.
yeah, Ace probably.
But,
Well, theoretically,
you know,
if Ace
like-
got it like post-time skip, what do you
I'll
think?
bear it back.
Really, Cody?
If Ace got it post time skip,
What?
No, like if
That's
Ace
just Sabo.
survived, if Ace
Dead
survived,
in the ground.
Yeah. If Ace post-time skip Ace would have been disgusting, bro. Like Ace after 2 years would have been a monster.
Oh
It's
yeah.
really hard to gauge Ace because we see Sabo doing next level hockey stuff.
People sleeping him because he's dead.
One
Go
world
back and
LD.
watch. Go
what's
back
that
and
mean?
read or watch the Blackbeard fight. Ace is like a serious threat.
Yeah.
I think people sleep on him because he lost every fight, right?
All right, I can understand that, but every person he fought was a monster, Smoker aside. So it's like,
Yeah, that's what's happening with Sanji right now.
Smoker was a monster too.
no Smoker,
Yeah.
yo, don't lie. Smoker's
Smoker's a monster too.
Smoker is not a monster, bro.
only before the time skip he was a monster when nobody could
Cancel
touch
out.
him.
Can we-
Put it like this. Hold
talk
on,
about
Brago. I said
Yes.
Smoker was only a monster before the time skip when no one could touch him. That's when Ace fought him before the time skip. So, all right.
Smoker is a nicotine addict.
Why Fire Fist Ace couldn't touch him? Huh?
By the way, guys,
that whole fight was filler. That whole fight was filler anyway.
Then why you bring it up?
Smoker is addicted to nicotine.
I wanna add this right, like that whole Smoker thing. How strong do you all think Smoker is? Because I
Slightly
going back and
weaker than
looking,
Virgo.
He
Slightly,
is
Yeah, I
so
agree.
trash right now. He's so
slightly
bad.
weaker than Virgo.
I don't
Why
think
you
so,
coming
man. I think he got a
could-
bad
No,
rap.
Smoker-
I just think he got a bad rap. at
Hold
the
on, you know
man.
those. You know those vice admirals that always get one shotted. Smoker's
he's
like
one of those right
slightly
now.
stronger than them, I think.
He's not a Maynard or a Bastille, but he's like
Smoker's
he's
around
pretty bad.
Sanji Zoro level.
Yeah, tripping.
Yo, hold up,
bro.
that's even better. Yo, Smoker's on Bastille level. You see what Sabo did to Bastille?
No.
Smoker's on that level.
Then again, would Sabo do that to Smoker? Do you guys?
Yes, he would.
Probably.
Guys,
Yo,
we gotta
Smoker
get
would've
a
stepped
straw
up.
poll.
Yo, listen.
Smoker would've
If
stepped up,
if Sabo's clashing with Fuji for however long
Yeah,
he was, he's
possibly,
totally messing up
possibly.
Smoker.
I think we kind of sleep on Sabo. Possibly, he could probably.
I think
Yo,
we
Smoker would have
sleep
stepped
on
up like
Smokey.
Fuji. I'll handle it. Sabo would have grabbed him up because he has hockey, so that fight would have went the exact same way.
I feel like Sabo's hockey is stronger than Cracker, bro.
Dude, Taekwon beats everybody. What the heck?
How about this?
Smoker's best bet is Burgess right now. This is Burgess.
Yo, he's not even beating Burgess. Yo, you know.
Come on, son. Smoker was only getting beat up because he wanted
I don't
to.
know if he beat Burgess. I don't know if
He purposely spread himself out to be a decoy.
What about Smoker beating Caesar?
Nah,
Yeah.
because Caesar fruit, like he was doing something with his fruit. That's
nah,
what he
nah,
took notes from.
Does Caesar have hockey though?
Nah, from what we've seen, Caesar doesn't have hockey.
Technically,
So
Caesar
it would be
he
a
has,
tie.
he has poison. He has poison as well. But Luffy was just immune to it.
Yeah. But how would he affect Smoke though? Like,
how could he poison the Smoke?
He wouldn't.
Smoker said
Dun, dun, dun.
probably it'd be a tie. Like,
Yo, Smoker is Bellamy level.
Like it's not that he has the poison the Smoke. if you breathe in Caesar's gas, you get poisoned. It's like simple as that.
Smoker doesn't have to breathe.
He's a little bit broken, Caesar.
Luffy's next form is gonna be Frogman. I'm calling it now.
All right, so but hold on, how strong is Bellamy though? Like just slightly stronger than Frankie?
What would that even look like?
Bellamy's right around Frank.
Yo, Smoker's.
He take inspiration
I think that's
from
about
Bellamy.
right. Like
He turned his
like
legs
Smoker's
into, like,
about Bellamy.
springs.
whoa,
That's what I was saying.
You guys.
That Smoker's Bellamy level.
he's not Bellamy, bro.
No, he's not Bellamy.
He's not Bellamy.
Gear fourth, Frogman. You heard it here first.
He's Bellamy level, bro. Like he's so bad right now. It's so.
Dude, Smoker's gonna die of lung cancer before anything. Like,
Nah, he's immune to like.
Yeah, he
Smoke,
can't die of lung cancer. Come on now.
He's a Smoke man, bro. Come on.
And keep
being
in
silly.
mind, right?
okay, no, that's invalid actually.
Keep in
because
mind
Magellan-
that when we say
Magellan is
Smoker,
poison sick.
keep in mind
Huh?
that when we say Smoker,
So if Magellan,
diarrhea.
Yeah, but he
Yeah,
never
see?
dies from it though.
Right, because
you don't
most
know.
people don't die.
Ever heard of explosive diarrhea?
die
but
from
Magellan can't become
That's such a
his
bad
element,
side
though.
effect. Could you
He
imagine
can
having
only
diarrhea
create it.
every day of your life? Like, come on.
Oh yeah,
Well, he chooses to eat poison. That's not anybody's fault but his own.
Maybe that's
keep
all
in
we can do.
mind that when we say Smoker is Bellamy level, that's Smoker with his weapon, with his Sea Stone weapon. Smoker without his Sea Stone weapon is Brook level.
Yo,
Hey, Brook
Smoker downplay is crazy.
Wait,
What?
Nah, they trolling. They trolling.
Yeah,
This
they
scale makes
trolling
no
massively,
sense, bro.
guys.
Brook is Big Mom level.
Yeah,
That's true. That's true.
No, but other than Ty's opinion, where do you guys even place Smoker? Because like me and him, we're disappointed.
Yeah,
on Sanji and
He's Jacqueline.
I place
Ball
him
trash.
equal to Luffy.
Sanji Zoro.
We should do Smoker on the rankings next.
I want you guys to reason that to me. Show me why.
Why
he's
what?
that level?
Because that's the way it's
Why
gotta
he's
be.
that strong? Not
That's the
only
way it's
did he
gotta
get
be,
one
son.
shot by, not only did he get one shot by Law, he got messed up by
He didn't get
Virgo.
one
Even though
shot.
he wasn't
He didn't get one
trying.
shot.
It wasn't a one shot, bro. Come on.
He got one shot. He got messed. and that
Law
was it.
got a hacks
Bro,
double fruit,
Sanji-
man. And Virgo, I mean, Smoker know nothing about it.
Just
Law is
maneuvered him
hacks,
around
bro.
to get the heart, and it was a one shot, bro.
The thing is, I feel like you
Law
guys
is hacks,
analyze
bro.
too hard sometimes. Like, Smoker is a reoccurring character. If he wants to be in the story from here on out, he has to get stronger, and he's going to be stronger if he comes back in the story. So it's
Well,
like,
when he comes back, but I'm talking about
yeah,
what we saw.
like right now, because like
It's
Yo,
kind
I
of
just
hard
saw
with this
two
fruit
thick
because
white
he's kind
girls
of
in
like
a sales commercial.
to me, like he used to be as strong as Luffy before the time skip, but right now Luffy passed him. And he has
the
to catch
thing
up
is
to
with
the-
Smoker is like, okay, he has hockey and that's. I mean, there's
Bellamy has hockey.
Like a Big Mom's crew. They all
So he has
have
hockey. He has hockey like Bellamy, right?
Yeah,
We both seen him do Hardening, right?
I don't see him being.
Bellamy's like to
unless he has some kind of secret. I don't know.
Bellamy's like Kobe level, bro.
Because I want to add this as well. I want to add this.
It's
guys,
hard
I want
with
to add this.
Smoker,
Not only
except
was
where he can go.
Virgo like a boss like ages ago, he was the head of G5, right? Vice Admiral. So he's one of them head Vice Admirals. Smoker was under him in terms of rank. Like if Smoker was better than Virgo, he would have been promoted.
Not necessarily.
I agree. Not there. He has a point.
Do you know that as a fact?
Like they both was vice admirals. All right, but put it like this: you see how Law was a warlord and Dofi was a warlord, but Dofi was still like a level above Law. The same thing with Smoker and Virgo. Virgo was like a level above Smoker, even though they both was vice admirals.
How are you comparing?
And then when you keep in mind that Virgo's a vice admiral, right, and the only thing up is admiral, that Virgo could be hacks, just like how Garp could have been. Admiral, but he turned it down. I'm not saying. Hold on. I'm not saying that
Virgo's
Virgo
better than Smoker. Wow.
I don't feel like you should just use the rank here because if you're in the army and you have like a good commander and he's like a seasoned vet, he's been leading them for a while, and this prodigy comes out of nowhere, you're not just gonna make the prodigy.
Yeah, but Braga, let me add this. If Smoker was better or stronger than Virgo, I know you always say, oh, he was trying to get Law's heart back, he was messing around, he was taking attacks. He should have just beat Virgo.
Yeah.
Law.
Exactly. He knew he didn't stand a chance. He was like,
Sorry,
yo.
guys. Smoker's gonna come back in the story, but he's just gonna be an opponent for Usopp for the rest of the story.
Smoker was like, he was like that.
Kobe's gonna be a new world Smoker.
Yeah, and then fucking Kobe's gonna have to come in and save him every time.
I don't know. I just feel like it's hard to really like do anything with Smoker's character because I mean you got all these overpowered New World characters and
that hurts my heart,
bro. I want to see what Usopp can do versus a Logan.
Like how is Smoker gonna stand up to the enemies that Luffy's fighting now? Right. It's hard.
See, to me, right?
When I was like 8 years old watching 4Kids One Piece, I thought Smoker was so dope.
To me, right? Yeah. I think Smoker got replaced with Fuji. Like it used to be Smoker, Luffy was neck and neck, but I think right now he's replaced with Fuji. So I think Smoker's gonna until Smoker gets his development back up.
It's hard to tell like if he's going to still be relevant because like a lot of people obviously believe he is, and if he does stay relevant, then he's gonna need to get stronger. But
well, I mean, he is about to go meet Vegapunk, right? He's about to hear some interesting stuff about devil fruits and stuff.
That's how you know Smoker is not that good.
Yo, Roger, your mic's like messing up. Like, get a bit closer to your mic.
I was saying that people praying that Vegapunk blesses him. They're like, "Yo, Vegapunk, bless Smoker,
bless my boy Smokey."
Give him two double fruits."
Really,
Roger, like, I don't know if you're talking about like he like come in and out.
Maybe Smoker awakens or something. I don't know. Maybe Vegapunk will help him.
Roger, you need to awaken your double fruit.
It's time to end this. I like to stream people.
No, wait. What about awakening? I'm like confused.
Oh no, I was saying like the only way you could really, unless he gets some kind of like extremely powerful technology,
right?
Or unless like he awakens his double fruit because awakenings are going to become a lot more common.
Like a robot arm, like he's gonna come back with like Like, not only is it going to be a Kairoseki like tipped spear, it's going to have a Zoan fruit in it as well.
Hold on.
He's going to be made of sea
The other thing too is that
made of
Are
solid
you trying to say
sea
Smoker's gonna be the next Terminator?
if Vegapunk
He got the glasses.
give Smoker some type of machine arm, you know how trash that would make him? It's like, yo, you had to get modified. Like
Yeah, but hey, Ty, that's exactly what you're saying about Karina, though. But yet you're arguing against Theory when he says that it will make her trash.
Well, the thing, see, with her is different because she already said that's a problem that Zoro's gonna overpass her just by being a man alone, and so with her it's different. But with Smoker, what's the point of his power up besides? All right, see, look, with
But
Karina,
that's the way Karina felt when she was like
with
10.
Smoker, it's like Vegapunk, please, Law beat me, Virgo beat me, Luffy. It's like I need something, man.
Give me anything, please.
Oh yeah, that's what I was gonna say.
Nah, the hate is real though.
Hold on, be quiet.
Think about it, like it's hard with Smoker because in the future, Luffy's gonna have to be like stronger than Fujitora and stuff. So would that mean like Smoker's gonna overcome like
when Smoker comes back, he's the new model of Pacifista.